Okay. Oh, how are you guys doing? Hope your week has been going well so far. It's been okay for me. Wouldn't say too good or too bad, just like average. Alright. Good and bye. Okay. But anyway, today we are getting into... I know it's been a very long time since this was released, but we're finally doing Yunli's story quest. There was no particular reason I hadn't done it. I just knew it wasn't as urgent as other things at the moment, so I suppose that's why I kept putting it off. But I have some free time, and I figured, hey, let's finally do it. Plus it'll help me save up for the fake collab. That's the real motivation, isn't it? Polls. But yeah, it's been a very long time since we've seen Yunli. To do a very brief, quick recap of like her and sort of her place in the story. She's essentially the rival to Yanqing, right? She's the granddaughter of another great general of the Shinjo. Sorry, I'll forget some details right now, but yeah, she creates swords. She has a huge respect for them. Treats them almost like people to a degree, right? Claims to be able to talk to them and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it hates curse swords. Will melt them down, break them up in an instant. But she helped out with the whole abortion situation. But not before having a little clash with Yanqing, which established their relationship. But yeah, she's fun. Love of sweets, all that sort of stuff from her trailer demo. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I would be happy, come here to see that. Well, maybe you do. Swords to Plowshares. Go to the Palace of Astrum's backyard. Check in on March 7th Swordblade training. Yeah, I remember that event. That was fun. It was like a manga-style panel one. Ever since March 7th, it became a disciple of Yanqing and Yunli. You notice she's practically bubbling with excitement, like a kid at summer camp. You've also been missing her on the express. Oh man, this feels a little timely, given the lack of March the past few months. But all enthusiasm will eventually dampen. By then, she'll realize that swordblade training isn't child's play. March 7th should. There we go. Should be practicing in the backyard now. Check in on her as you deem fit. See if her passion has faded at all. So yeah, let's go and say hi, March. I'm just good to be back on the Shinjo. It's been a little bit. Oh yeah, what team should I go with? I mean, Fugue, Shinjo. That's fine. Otherwise, we wouldn't have Shinjo representation. So work. Learning swordplay. My voice has been absent. Miss my friend. Where has she been these few days? Well, let's see. Hey, Yunli. Okay, voices. Right.
Have you seen March 7th? She didn't turn up for practice.
Why don't you just message her? I planned to go look for her. Who's March 7th? I was just planning to look for her. Frankly, I haven't seen her around either.
Oh. If I can't find March 7th, I can only seek out her legal guardian, which is you.
I'm not her legal guardian. No use talking to her guardians. If the kid won't perform seeking the grown-ups out, won't do anything either. Besides, when has Marge ever listened to me?
Indeed, Grandpa would usually throw out all the complainers. I was ordered to instruct her in the ways of the sword. She can skip this class, but I can't skip my duty. We need to talk about your child's behavior, Trailblazer. How about this? You come find me at Allroom Alley. I'll wait for you.
Probably picking up some snacks. And nope. There. March 7th has skipped practice. Did you see this coming? Oh well, it happened anyway. You receive an invitation from her mentor to drop by Allroom Alley. As March 7th's guardian, you get why parents with kids balk at having to attend parent-teacher meetings now. Funny. Oh yeah, and as far as the stream length, 1.5 to 2 hours seems to be how long this specific quest mission takes. But and I'll see. I might do a surprise stream tomorrow night. And by surprise, I mean not that I'm saying that I'll stream tomorrow night, but the subject matter will be a surprise. Here you go, Nathan. But yeah, Friday night should be the Genshin stream, which I'm very excited for that. Going back to Dragon Swine looks like, which you know what that means. Oh boy, very excited for that. But yeah, no, I'll be doing something a little different tomorrow night. I'm covering something that I haven't on the channel before. That is genuinely new to me. So you guys come by to check it out. Anyway. There you go. March is nowhere to be found. So, no need to keep looking for March 7th. Maybe March 7th is actually successfully skipped class. Assume, Well, you also get a break from training her. Been quite diligent. Hasn't taken any breaks. Deserves a day off. See, there we go. That's fair enough. Used to skip classes even more than her. But the mood trained for 3 days straight. Was in the mood. Oh, my seniors could find me. I absolutely understand that. Sometimes you just get hyper-focused on something. You're like, oh yeah. Or hyper-fixated. And you can put 110 into it. But then once it ends, it's like, I'm not going to touch that for a while. And like, I've done that, where it's like, oh, I'll do this for a week, a month, however long. And then sometimes I'll take a month or year-long breaks from checking it out again, and then I'll go back and I'll go, oh yeah, this is really neat, I like it. Understand where she's coming from. So then, can I go back? Looks like she learned it from her master. Don't make excuses. Treat you some tasty food. Interested in you today, oh boy. Trying to get a spar? Me interested in what? Let me be clear. I'm not learning swordblade from you. Walking up. Oh, got the cat over here. And the cat already got some lap time. So he's happy. This one got lonely though. Poor baby. Yunli intends to treat you to a delicious meal. Hey, what happened to wanting to punish March 7th? Tasty food. Oh man, so many of the areas in Ohio games are just such vibes. The Xianzhou. I'm thinking about all the different locations, of course. Between all the games, there's too many to name, but it's like just the mood and atmosphere. So good. Oh, sorry. One of everything. That's crazy.
お二人様ですね。はい、こちらへどうぞ。ご注文はもうお決まりですか？本当に上から下まで全部でよろしいですか？
あれ、
Yeah.
もしかして足り
Think
な
it
さそ
will
うで
be
すか？
enough? She's worried we won't be able to finish it all. I don't have much money on me right now.
心配しないで。
Yeah,
お
I've
金
got
なら
enough.
あるから。
Okay. Looks at you confidently. Okay, well, hey, if it's your treat.
先に何品か召し上がっていただいて、足りなければ追加ということにしましょうか。
わかりました。それでお願いします。
I have a feeling she's gonna get through it. We might just taste everything. Are you sure we don't need to look for March?
うん、いい。
Deserves a day
いろ
off.
いろ考え
Again,
たんだ
that's
けど、
fair enough.
今日は休みにしようかなって。
Do you usually eat a lot?
そうだ。
Yeah.
うんうん。
I mean, not too much.
食べない。
Yeah,
お
does.
じいちゃんが友達と
Never
の
be
付き合い
stingy
ではお金を
comes to making
ケチるなって
friends.
言ってたから。
Because your appetite.
それで普段
Pretty
は
big.
よく食べるの？
I don't eat much. My stomach is a bottomless pit. Which
じゃあ
reminds me, I need
た
a
くさん食べて。
probably after stream I'll ring down a protein shake I made a while ago. Eat to your heart's content. Did you just say you're interested in me?
あなたの剣に興味があるって
Your
言った
sword.
方が正確か
Well,
も。
we have a bat and a
前に
lance
元凶から
and a quill.
あなたは腕が立つのは
And
確
should
か
be
だけど
four.
それ以上に使ってる武器がユニー
A
クだって
unique
聞い
shape.
た。
Yeah, you can say that.
それからあなたの剣にはずっと
Curious
興
about
味
your
があ
sword.
ったんだ。
The weight
重
distribution,
量配分は均等
material,
なのか、
special
材質は
ingenia.
何か、いく
sword
つの仕掛け
techniques.
が仕込まれてるのか、それでどんな剣術を使
How
え
do we
る
tell
の
it,
か。
chat? It's not a sword, it's a baseball bat. Alright, alright. It's not anything special. Evil is your beloved bat, your most trusted companion. Perhaps second only to the likes of Marcham, Danhung, Wilt, Himiko, and Pom Pom. Or Yunli's gaze.
あ、バット
It
だ。
really is a baseball bat.
でも、剣に決ま
Sword
った
doesn't have to be
形はないって
constrained by
お
shape.
じいちゃんが言ってたから、こ
Bat
の
is
バ
a
ットも
sword too,
剣の部
okay.
類に入ると思う。
Weapon mimics its master.
物は持ち
Bat
主に
reflects
いる
your
んだっ
habits
て。
and nature.
武器は使い手の癖
No,
や
it's just
性格が
a
反映されるっ
legacy
て
being
こと。
passed on.
知ってた？見たところあなたは
Someone who
常識
doesn't
にと
follow
ら
the
われ
rules.
ず
It
臨
was
機応
improv.
変に対応でき
Handle
て
yourself well
本当
against
に手
tough
強い敵と
foes.
出会っても悠然と立ち向かっていける人。
Yeah.
違う？
Have you been secretly filming me? Oh, you're mistaken. I always follow the rules.
当たってた？
Amazing.
それにいつも
Say something
ルールは
silly.
破るためにあ
Rules are made
る
to be
とか
broken.
変なことば
Yeah,
っかり
the
言って
ultimate.
ない？
Yeah.
息を吐くように
So
嘘を
many
つく
sword wielders.
聖人君
Righteous
しずら
and
した
moral.
剣の持ち主
Really
はたく
just
さん見てきた。
liars. Swords always told the
剣
truth.
はいつも正直。
Bunch of
その持
frauds.
ち主は
Relied
強
on
力な武
divine
器のお
weapons
ま
for
け
everything.
に過ぎない。ただの雑魚だって教え
Cursed
てくれる。
weapons and
私は
her teaser
今ま
right.
で何百もの剣を
Hundreds of
借
swords
り、
like this
それらの剣を一
has
つ
been
残らず
melted
溶か
down.
してきた。
Yeah, cursed blades. Monkey's paws. Wait, you take people's swords by force and melt them down? But what if you make a mistake?
剣は言葉より正直
Swords
な
are
んだ
more
よ。
honest than words.
100の言葉より
Judge a
一
sword
本の剣を
judge
見
someone's
極める方が
words.
簡単。
Rarely
だ
make
から私
mistakes.
はめったに間違
Fair
わない。
enough. We saw that going on.
話
And
を
the sword
戻
going
すけ
like,
ど、
I'll promise you everything. You'll be the champion, and
言
everyone
葉
will
や
respect
表
you.
情で人は
Yippee.
騙せるけど、
Sword is not
命
enough.
がけの戦闘の場で繰り出された剣に
Words
は
and expressions
嘘
be
をつか
deceiving.
ないっておじい
By
ちゃんが
their
言ってた。
death. Swords and
もう
movements
す
never
ぐ
lie.
演武天礼だけど、
And the war
あなた
dance.
も出るんだよね。
Me to participating.
ウンリさん、戦上手
Oh, is this,
リン
Lingsha?
は確かに自らの剣技を披露
What
で
did
きて
sword
名
masters?
声を得 る
Without really sure if your
絶好の
skills
機
make
会
a
で
name.
はあります
Let's see, who's it
た
gonna
だ
be? Okay,
彼の
no.
ように選手で
Sorry, I haven't heard
目覚ましい功
the Ling
績
Sha
を
in a
挙げられ
while.
ている方
Just
が
NPC.
わざわざ演舞台に出る必
Of
要
course,
は
an
ないでし
NPC
ょ
we might have met
う
before, but made significant contributions, proved themselves on
お
the
久しぶり
stage.
です
It's been a
七
while.
しりとさ
Okay, I remember. Yes. Okay, so that was the Oram Alley event. We worked with her, right? Against Scott. Okay,
誰？
you are. Right? Or this is, yes, a secretary that we haven't met since. It would have been Yukong's mission, wouldn't it have? Story mission. Because I was with her daughter and everything. I think we interacted with Secretary briefly. Yeah,
七しり
it
と
has
さ
been a very long time
ご
then.
紹介いただきありがとうございます
Secretary for the
私
Hellmaster.
は
Maybe we
主
did work
審
with
宮
her
の
for
舵
the
取
event.
り師を
Again, it's
務
been
めて
so
おりま
long.
すゆうきです突然お邪魔して申し訳ございません演武天霊のお話が聞こえてきたのとこの方とも
Old
古い知り合
acquaintance.
いなものでしたのでご挨拶に
I
参
wonder
った
if we will
次
see
第
Ling
です
Sha. We'll see Ling Sha as well, because she had a friendly relationship, like older sister relationship with Yunli. Are you hosting any guests, Miss Jikui?
はい
Jikui.
演
Yeah,
武天
I
霊開
just
催に
pronounced
先
it and
立ち
forgot how to
ラ
pronounce
フ
it.
には異教のお客様がたくさんお
This
越し
from
で
far
す
born
そしてこちら
Havo,
は
one of them.
遠い星
Distant
カレワラ
planet
からのお客様
Kalevala.
パボルさんですパボルさんのお国は反銀河貿易体制に招待されたばかりで今回は施設らを率いて
Business
泉州に来られ
Turn
ました
something belongs to the
ビジネ
Shinjo.
スだけで
Ah,
な
is
く
it gonna be a
泉
cursed
州に
sword?
帰属するあるもの
I
を
will
返
have
還するの
to
が目
test
的
it.
だと伺っています
See if it's evil or not.
ゆうきさん返還というより送り届けると言った方が適切でしょう
Gift.
も
Morphine
とも
in
と泉州
return.
に帰属するものとは
Once
いえ
belongs to
我々
Shinjo.
も遠路はるばる
Tribulation
苦
be
労して
delivered.
お届けに上がったわけですか
Consider
ら
it a gift.
これは失礼いたしましたご無礼をお許しください
Could say it that
パ
way.
ボルさん
Sorry.
の施設団は長年
Brought
異教
legendary
をさまよってい
Shinjo
た
sword.
泉州の
Lost
冒
for
険を送り
centuries.
届けに来てくださったのです
Putting to
海
action
援
what
将軍は
Yunli was
主
just
神宮で
discussing.
直々に謝意を述べ
Why young?
封建を
Right,
ラ
her
フ演武
grandpa.
天霊の勝者に捧げようと考えられています
So as a
そ
prize.
して私とパブルさんは
On
今から
our
そ
way
ちらへ向
there.
かう予定ですお二方も演武天霊の話で盛り上がっておられましたよね
Joining us?
よかったら新宮
Sure.
までご一緒にどうですか
How about optional? Seems like General Huayan is planning to accept the repatriation of the sword while keeping it a secret from his granddaughter, Yunli. Even if there's a catch, Yunli would never miss an opportunity to lay her eyes upon the legendary sword. Chat with Yunli. She'll want to be at the sword gifting ceremony. Well, she's a sword master after all. She definitely wanted to catch a glimpse of the great sword. Okay.
間もなく獅神宮にて海援将軍による封建の儀が執り行わ
Also
れ
ask
ま
from
す
soon.
あなたは見に行かれないのですか
What
こ
are
れ
you
は
like?
どうもラフ泉州までの道のり
Was it
は
an
大
easy
変
one?
でしたがこちらの景色は故郷とはまるで違う本当に来た甲斐がありました
Yep.
獅神宮で剣の贈答手続
Quite
きを終えたら
spot. Let's
こ
see.
の街道の静かな一
My
角
mission will
に
be
苗を
complete.
植える予定ですそうすれば
What does that
私も
mean?
お役御免ですよ英雄の剣が元の場所へと帰る
Couldn't be
これは
happier.
めでたい実にめで
Already
たい
feel suspicious about this guy. Let's talk about Kaleva. Or Kaleva. Or sorry, Kalevala.
私の故郷に興味があるのですか
Home planet.
それは大変結構お時間のある時にぜひ遊びに来
Visit
てく
us
ださい
anytime.
とはいえ 貿易航路
For
は先ほど
Roger
開かれたばかりですので、
200 system hours to
ギア
get
ポイ
there.
ントを出て200システム時間ほど
Right.
跳躍しないとたどり着けません。
HQ
で
of the
も
IPC?
とてもいい場所なのは
Hey, it's really
確かですので、普段は閑散としていて
Bit
食べ
cold.
物も簡素で
A little bit
建物
repetitive.
もピアポイントほど
Houses
高
aren't
くはありませんが、そんなことは関係あ
Massive
りません。
supernium
私たち
deposits.
は埋蔵されていた大量のスー
Maybe
パ
he
ー
isn't
チタンを発見
suspicious.
し
Maybe
ま
he's
した
just
ので、
a
すぐに
businessman,
反映してい
like
くはず
diplomat
で
through
す。
and through, and that's why I'm sus. Let's talk about the sword.
ああ、ミエッカ・キベッサのことですか。
Mieka
あれ
Kivesa.
はすごい剣ですよ。私の国では神話上
Legendary
の
heroes
英
of
雄
my
が
home
悪魔を
that's
切
like
るための
demons.
力を貸したと言われていて、崇拝の
What
対
at
象
a
になって
cost,
います。
probably. Oh, you're so
しかも
relaxed, Jack.
君主を選ぶ権でもありまして、彼らの
Power
歴
to
代
choose
国王はみん
monarchs.
なその権に認められる
And
ことで
kings receive a
王の
sign.
称号を手にできた
And
そ
they
う
were
です。
worthy to rule.
石碑に剣を突き刺し、剣に
Monarch
認め
would
られた
plunge a sword
英雄
into
だ
a
けがそれ
stone.
を引き抜いて国王の座につけるとい
Yeah.
う伝統があったらしいんですよ。
Pull down, ascend to the throne next. Was that Excalibur? Or was that just the sword in the stone? But yeah, King of England. Why am I forgetting his name now? Is it some sort of biometric technology? That sword can actually appoint worthy monarchs. I think if that's gonna bug me now. I'll quickly check. Quickly look it up. And then I'll be like, wow, I'm so dumb. Yeah, sword. Also, that's an anime movie. Sword in the Stone. Quite a good one. I liked it when I was a kid. Yeah. Wow, apparently people not like it as much. 7.1 and 66%? That's crazy. I remember enjoying that quite a bit. Yeah, 1963. King Arthur! Yeah. I'm dumb. Like, I completely forgot. Or
すべて大昔の伝
just
説で、
legends.
今では見た者は誰
No
も
one
い
has
ま
witnessed
せん。
it firsthand. Why don't you keep the sword for
時
yourselves?
代は変わった
Times
の
have
です。
changed.
議
A
会が
council,
成立
right,
し
so
て
they changed
剣
from
を
a
抜いて
monarchy
王に
to
なるという神話は
a different
すでに
form of
笑い
governance.
話になりました。
trying a king become a
しか
joke.
も剣を抜き、
Was the native
それ
of
が先週由来のものだと見抜いたのは
who
彼は
last
人
pulled
では
out
な
the
く
sword,
遠来
connection
の
to the
客
Shenjo
人だっ
ship,
たものですか
a
ら。
visitor from afar. So then they were able to just be like, nope, you should send it back. Historical significance doesn't truly belong. Yeah, it's documented, but send it back to its place of origin. Old-timers had a heated debate. Unanimously
最終的に
agree.
はミエッカキベッサを本来あるべき場所に戻すということで意見が一致しました。それ以上の策はありませんから
Best
ね。
possible outcome. Again, probably because of whatever costs wheeling it. Looking back to that on the world, both good and bad. Going to witness its return too.
ぜひとも封建の帰還を多くの方に見届けていただけるのはとても光栄です。
Now we chat with Yunli. Well, what do you think?
一緒に獅子宮に行ってみない？
Yeah, last time we saw like marketing material would have been Fugue's demo, right? I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the sword, to be honest. I'd love to take a look at that sword too.
そうだよね。
Mark
美
7
月なの
skipping.
かが稽古をサボってくれ
Get to
たお
join
かげ
in
で
on the fun.
いいものを見逃さずに済ん
Happy
だ。
Yunli.
おじいちゃんは
Look at
剣
swords
のこ
with
と
it.
ならいつも呼んで
Hasn't
くれて
said
るのに
anything.
どうして今日のことは何も教えてくれなかったんだろ
Well, he's
う。でも
doing it for a
誘
reason.
ってくれた人がいて
We're
本当
invited.
によかった
Go check it out.
ほら一緒に見に行こう
Okay. Yeah. And... Whoop, whoop. And don't forget that you agreed to meet Yunli at the Palace of Astrum's entrance. Let's head on over. Ooh.
ここは賑やかで とてもいいですね。
来てくれたんだ。一緒に封
Let's
建の
go
儀を
to
見
the
に行こ
ceremony. Let's go. Another Kuajaway in there for a little bit more. And draw representation this quest. Oh, I forgot to check mission description. Swords and plowshares, right? Hey, Argenti. So he's the one who pulled it from the stone and was like, yeah, guys, you should, weird. But was like, hey, you guys, it's connected to the Shinjo, you should probably return it. Star, rail, swords, and... Swords 2? Yeah. Plowshares. Wiki, there we go. Now, if I missed something, I can always just check it out here. Yeah, you say let's go. Yunli. Okay. Well, now we're here. Sincere compliment to fair lady. Be as pure as a snow white iris. Of course, being a not a beauty. My dear friend. Yeah. This weirdo. Night of Beauty. This night. Yeah, no filter.
僕は準備の騎士団のアルジェンティと申します。
Scored the
この度
legendary
はお誘いを受
Mieka
け、
Kivesa.
彼原使節団の一員として、封建ミエッカ・キベッサを先週に送り届けに参りました。
Yeah, it's good to see you again, buddy. You always seem to pop up everywhere, though. Haven't shown up in Emphoria yet. Honor of knowing your name. Yunli.
なんと美しいお名前だろうか。純真無垢な女神イドリラ様の生命に聞き覚えは。
Idrilla, of course.
おや、ウンディ。
And Flame's like, let's interrupt that. So
お
well
前は
informed.
実に情報に里い
Don't
な。
forget your manners.
まあいい。
Hey,
今日は
Grips.
絶対に無礼を働くんじゃ
Oh
ない
man,
ぞ
I。can't wait to meet the other Xianzhou generals in the future
それに
and the
来た
marshal.
ばかりなのにどうやって無礼を働くっていう
I'm
の
really hoping the marshal's Fuhua.
私ほ
That'd
ど
be so
礼儀
cool.
正しい孫娘なんてどこ探して
Another
もいない
Grand
って
Arts plan
いうの
created
に
Hmm.
as me. Probably true.
ああ、わかったわかった。
Very serious
くれぐれ
ceremony.
も厳粛な場にふさわしい行いを心がけてくれ。
You find Jack Jack
パボルさん、お待たせしました。
keeping you waiting.
では、封建の儀を始めましょうか。
Sword gifting ceremony began.
儀式が始まる前にアルジェンティ
Express
騎
my
士に
gratitude.
感謝の意を表したいと思い
Sword's
ます。
origin and the
我々に
coordinates.
封建の歴史を教え、封建を守り、無事に送り届けるという使命を全うしてくださった彼に心から感謝を捧げます。
Yep, just do a little bow. Yep, everyone golf clap.
パボル・カラサジャは彼原使節団を代表して封建ミエッカ・キベッサを先週同盟に送り届けに参りました。
Rightful
先週を
land.
起源とする封建を故郷に返すのは当然の
Will we
こ
get
と
a
で
look
あ
at
り
the
ましょう。
blade? Assuming
剣を
so.
送り届けてくださったという彼らの義挙と準備の騎士の騎士道精神に感
Welcome
謝
the
を申し
sword
上げ
back
ま
to
す。
its homeland.
本日ここラフの放置において封建の帰郷を正式に出迎える所存です。ミエッカ・キベッサという素晴らしい名は封建の歴史に由来するものと思われま
Sword with
す。
such a legendary
しか
past.
しこの剣の誕生時に刻まれた銘は
Dames forged.
泉州主名の遠林中連宮の職人元光の作であったと記憶しております。
Zhuming's flame will forge.
頑固
切っ先は鈍り
Blade
亀
is
裂だ
worn
ら
and
けではあり
cracked.
ますが
Essence remains
剣
resilient.
の筋骨は泉州の運
Some
気の
repairs
ごと
and
く
polishing.
不不屈
regain its
構造師の
former
名工の手に
glory.
かかればすぐさ
Hi,
ま
Jack.
かつての異
You
様
can
を
get
取
on
り戻
whenever
す
you're
こと
ready.
でしょう。わしはこの幸運の修復を
And also very
構造
fitting
師
to
に
have
託し
the cat
こ
here
の度のラ
with
フ
the
演武
Yunli's
天霊の
teaser
王者
having
に
her
商
turned
品
into a
とし
cat
て捧げることといたしました。
symbolically for the
こ
sort
の
of
剣は
like
必
melting
ずや
process and all
災
that
禍
with
を
curse
断ち
swords.
切り
Just this
我ら
sword.
が故郷を守り
Lawful
遠路はる
artisanship
ばる送り
commission
届けてくださった彼ら使節団の
serves
恩
the
情に
prize
応えることで
live
しょう。
against abominations. Didn't exactly seem to, yeah.
将軍
Argentine
ありが
noticed
とうございま
her
す
reaction to
彼
all
ら
that.
はこの上なく光栄
He's
に
like,
存じ
huh,
ます
what's going on there?
騎士殿、そ
Why
して
does
使節
Yunli
団の
not
皆
look
様、
happy about it?
構造師へ場所を移し、そこで
Yeah.
ダメ、その剣は頑固の。
ウンリよ、お前の父の遺作を届けてくださった方々に早くお礼を言うのだ。
That's why. Yeah. Also got him to open his eyes up. Right. Usually, Yong's eyes are always closed, but he opens them up when he gets serious. Forged by your father. Turn it to his rightful owner. No, he's already passed, right? Maybe this is the reason why.
おじいちゃん、その魔剣を今すぐ私に渡して、あの人の残した加工を溶かさない
Remnants of
と。
that man's curse once and for all. Well, yeah, if he created a bunch, and they ultimately, one of them at least resulted in his death. Calm down, Yunli. A curse sword? Maybe I shouldn't react. Yeah. I mean, we don't understand the situation, so. Yeah.
ウンリ、無礼だぞ。早く遠来のお客様に謝るのだ。
Like, yeah, if he's already gonna scold her, so we don't need to add
謝
to
罪
that.
はする。
Make
で
him
も
seem
そ
have
の
to
剣は
melt
こ
down
の
this
手で溶
curse
かすか
sword
ら。
on
魔
to
剣は他
anyone
人の
else's
手に渡すな
hands.
んて絶対に嫌。
Yeah,
ウンリ、ひとまず出てい
and
け。
that's why he didn't tell her. Because he knew this would be the reaction. He's like, we can't have this happening in the middle of, yeah, the delegation, everything. Yep. And Argenti's going like, as well.
こう
Why
な
they
るこ
want
とが
you?
目に見え
Yeah.
ていたから あの子には黙って
Trouble
いた
found
の
its
だ。
way here.
厄介事を避けるつもりが逆効果だったようだ。これも天の定めというものか。悪いが、ウンリの後を追ってくれないか。
Yeah. Sure thing. I'll make sure she doesn't get into any trouble. General, is it really my place to get involved in your family matters? No. We're friends. Well,
そ
we're
れは難しいかもしれ
tall
ないが
order.
頼んだ
Counting
ぞ。
on you.
皆様、お見苦しいところをお見せしてしまい、
Yeah. But at least Argenti will also be keeping an eye on him
それ
now.
では続けましょう。
Oh, we're not here. At the fervent plea of Huayan, temporarily depart from the palace of Astro. Of
お
Astro.
そら
Yeah.
くウンリはこの辺にいるはずだ。
Around here somewhere. Who would have expected Yunli to call the repatriated sword a cursed sword? Presence of her grandfather and guests no less. She's lucky her objection could be downplayed as the harmless words of a child, though the tongue lashing from General Huayan clearly left her indignant. You'll have to find her sooner or later anyway. But why did she call it a cursed sword? Oh, hello. Hey. Oh, Jack, you're so cute. I should just stream you all day. You cats sleeping and napping around. We'll probably get more views. What's wrong, Yunli? Deserve a bit more. Sorry, just wanted to give you some time. Poor thing. Are you crying? What's wrong, Yunli? Look for me. Yeah. Bet he did. Oh, so now you're a mind reader? Actually, I'm here because I care about you. Yeah. Oh. Just waiting for the Bergamot to snatch that sword. Melt it down. Don't think about stopping me. No one can. No one can help you if you don't explain what's going on. You think I'm just going to let you cause more trouble? Doesn't want you to help me. No, probably not, but we'll listen to your story and see if we should or not. Heard of cursed swords. So it's a sword that's been cursed. So it's like a sacred sword that's been corrupted? Yeah. Which one of these? A lot of folktales. Not the kind of cursed sword. Oh, cursed sword. Anyone, an elite novice, wielded it with insane skill, holding the hilt, because rookie, her speed and strength. So like an enchanted sword, or something similar, right? Gives you buffs. With something like that, March 7th could graduate in just one day. So, where can I buy one? Without joking around. Not some crazy story. Grants instant abilities. Comes at a cost. Yeah. Use the added fuel to forge. Each swing, sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Fuel will run out. Nothing but an empty husk. Uses the vitality. Will never be a person wielding a sword. Mindless killing machine. A less murderous thoughts. You know what? With Blade never dying, he would actually be really good with one of those. But that's future 6-star Blade. Oh, you'll come out with, right, guys? This sounds oddly familiar. So it's like being possessed by a Heliobus. Heliobi. Yep. Much easier to explain. A lunatic swordsmith. Fuse metal blades with Heliobi. Says with turning weapons into living things. Cursed swords were made. And that was her father. Yeah. I am a lunatic. Destroying all the blades he made. So, Guyun is one of those cursed swords. So your father sealed a Heliobus inside that sword. Shouldn't cause this scene. Thought this through. We can fuss now. Cursed sword will cause a whole lot of trouble. A lot more trouble. Than if it's me causing trouble. Yeah, fair enough. Cause a little trouble now rather than a lot of trouble later. So to the Artisanship Commission. And they come out yet. Go left through the back. Kind of way you weren't expecting. Yeah. Maybe there are other ways out of the Palace of Astrum. Not going to show up. Straight to the Artisanship Commission. My grandpa chose that sword. Fall into anyone else's hands. I mean, maybe he's planning to reforge it, right? Free the Heliobus, stop it from being a cursed sword, but allowing it to continue living on. I don't know, I guess we'll have to see. Every single sword he forged, melt them all down, during all these years. Yeah, this quest is going to be helping resolve that trauma she has from, obviously, her father, and there's likely his death to one of the swords. I have to go now. Steal that sword. Sounds like it. Keep an eye on her. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright. Quick check. You were midway through your conversation with Yunli, dashed off the Artisanship Commission. You'll catch up to her. Oh, okay. A little long. That's why. I was like, huh? And it's like, oh, I just must have not farmed it when it popped up in the Shinjo. That's something I'll have to grab off stream. It's always good to have waypoints. Well, you can chat with them over there. Hey, you guys. How's it going? Scared, grasping. I fiercely demanding directions. Member Artisanship Commission. Know her? No idea. Should not know her way around. I know her. She's from the Shinjo Juming's Artisanship Commission, where she carried a massive sword. Explains it then. Explains nothing. Well, we tried. We precious stuff. Master Gongshu's warehouse. Stores his automatons. Maybe she's gonna be fighting them. Why did you give her directions? Aim to steal something. Yeah. Let's cut to the chase. Where did she go? Straight for the warehouse. Valuable automatons are. Precious automatons. Give her a hard time. Well, time to stop her from destroying all of Gongshu's stuff. Yeah, exactly. Storming over to the Artisanship Commission with a giant sword in tow. She'll only scare everyone else on her way. Help Master Gongshu put an end to this frenzy now. Yeah. Kind of go like, hey, chill out, Yunli. I actually sit down and think about this a little bit more. We'll support you, but I think you're playing through. Came to trouble. My problem. Drag you into it. Is this really the time to talk about that? I promised your grandpa that I would keep an eye on you. Smashes the metal cans. Crowding me. No. Okay. I don't know if I... Actually, that's a good... That's a good point. Can we trial with you, Lee? Won't see you popping up here. So, that's fine then. I was just making sure. I was like, well, you know. Double check. Because that'll change the team lineup for you and everything. That's fine. Yeah. You're Robin in there. Yeah. It was worth making sure. Alright, these guys will take a little bit though. Nice. And when it goes out, state actually be able to take down that weakness. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on again. There we go. Come on, break. Nice. Abu.
やっと片付いた。
No
助け
problem.
てくれてありがとう。警備は厳重だ
How
け
are
ど
we going?
ここには
Nothing
禁
but
人しかなかっ
automatons.
た。
Well, you rushed in.
刀剣を
You
保
didn't
管してある武
get
器
the
庫は
full
どこ？
intel.
はあ、道を
Know
教
where
えて
the
くれた
arsenal
職
is.
人も
Won't
武器庫
find
の場所
anything.
までは知らないみたい。
Take me away before I
こ
can
う
do
やって
anything.
闇雲に探すのは効率が悪いし、そうこうしてる間におじいちゃんに連れ戻されるかも。あなたも
Not
私を
really
助
here
け
to
に
help
来
me.
たんじゃなく
Here
て、
to stop me.
ただ止めに
No,
来たんだよね。
we're here to understand. Of course I'm here to stop you. Can't just stand there and watch you get into trouble. You know, this cursed sword isn't just your problem. It's
おじい
not.
ちゃんが前言を
Promise
翻
to
せ
the
ば
delegation.
使節団の
Put
信
back
用
on
を
his
失う
word.
し、ラフに弁
Tarnish
明す
his
るのも難
reputation.
しい。
Make things difficult. The Lafu.
だから
Yeah.
といって負けをずっとここに置いておくのもラフに
Everything's
悪
difficult.
い。
All things
そう考
considered,
えると
meet him out
負け
that
は
sword
私
down.
一人の手で
Take
溶か
all
した
the
方が
blame.
いいと思う。 あなた
Being
心の
impulsive
中で
and
私の
invisible.
こと衝動的で理屈の通じない子だと思ってない？
Well, I just feel like you're too obsessed with cursed swords. So, you are self-aware after all.
私だって
Not
ず
always
っと
like
こうだっ
this.
たわけじゃない。
Because of
あ
that
の負
cursed
けさ
sword.
えなかったら
Why don't you just tell me everything? Why don't you just tell
ご
me
めんなさ
everything?
い。一つ言ってなかったことがある。
Find somewhere else.
ここでは話せないから場
Pretty
所を
riled
変えよ
up.
う。
Just a
あと
temporary
先に言っ
break.
ておくけど、別に気が済んだわけじゃない
That's
よ。
fine.
これはただの休憩だから。
Such a cute kitty.
前に話したよね。
Sitting down.
今日の封建の儀で送られたコーンは
So we have a nice view.
西洋が鋳込まれた魔剣で、それを作った職人頑固は
Sort of forged it.
私の父
My
だって。
father. Yep.
私がおじいちゃん以外の人に
Rarely mention his
頑固
name.
の話をすることはほとんどない。
Avoid having to talk about him.
あなたの推測通り、
Possible to avoid the topic forever.
あの人のことを語るのを避けてたのかも。でも魔剣を追い続ける限りこの話は避けられない。それになぜか
Can't
あ
open
な
up
た
to
の前
you.
では素直になれる気がする。頑固のことはもうほとんど忘れた。
We're traveling. Someone coming through.
あの頃の炎林中連軍は人の出入りが激しかったってことは覚えてる。
The
旅
stars.
人が剣が欲しい一心で次から次へとやってきては
Bustling place.
頑固を
Get
後
one
世
of
の
his
後を
swords.
継ぐ名工
There's
だと
master craftsman sense.
口々にもてはやした。何を話してるかまではちゃんと聞き取れなかったけど、頑固がすごい武器を作ると
Catch all the details.
剣を求め
See
て
him
やって
forge
きた異
amazing
国の人た
swords.
ちは笑顔になっていた。
What with smiles.
職人はみんなに
Craftsmen brought
幸
happiness
せ
to
をもたらす
others.
職業だとあの頃の私は思ってた。
Yeah.
政界に名を馳せる炎林
Famed
中連軍の
across the
剣は
stars.
あらゆる
Exceptional
ものを
sharpness,
貫く無敵の
invincibility.
刃。
Legendary
その
weapons.
剣を手にする
Ordinary
者
people
は
become skilled
荒野の
warriors,
凡人といえども
overcoming most
鉄
formidable
を泥のように
opponents.
立ち天下無双となる
Hmm.
剣職人の
Yeah,
名
but
という巨栄に
Becoming a
貪
famous
欲
swordsmith,
のあまりに頑固
causing all sorts of
禁忌
lives.
の淵をさまよってた
Forged cursed swords should never exist.
彼は
To
この
desire
世に
those
存
twisted
在すべ
swords.
きでない数百
flooding
もの
into
魔
the
剣を
place.
生み出し
Hmm.
そして
I
そ
mean,
こ
that
で
idea with obsession
ねじ曲がっ
sounds
た
like maybe
欲望
even
を
he
抱える人
was
たち
possessed by
が群がった
Heliobus at that point.
でもおじいちゃんが言ってたんだけど
So the sword
剣を愛
eventually
する
suffered
者は
by him.
剣に傷つけられることになる
Perhaps he
って
got possessed and then that's
異
what
様
let him
な
down
人
that
々の中にはいろんな人がいた
let him down that extreme
剣を
route
求めても
of
手に入らない人手に入れ
creating
ても
these cursed blades.
願いを
Also,
叶えられ
that
なかった
is
人あるいは
that is a traumatizing
嘘
visual.
や暴力を駆使してまで
Holding the cursed sword,
剣
stabbing
を手
someone
に
else
入れ
with
よう
it.
とする人頑固
Sparkle
は
was
自
gone
身
from
が
her
作り上
eyes.
げた混沌の中で
Overrun
鋭い刃を
visitors,
突き抜けら
some
れた
left empty-handed. Others got swords. Didn't fulfill their desires. Resort to stealing. So all the chaos Father created. Stabbed by one the sword he forged. Yep. And you saw it all.
それはあまりに突
Sudden
然
and
のこと
unexpected.
一瞬で全ての音が遠ざかっていったの
Sound
に
of bones breaking.
骨の砕ける音
Blood pouring out.
血が吹き出す音だけはどこまでも響いてた
Yeah.
私は一歩も動け
Rooted
なかっ
in
たけど
place.
母
My
が
mother
襲い
pushed
来
me
る魔
away.
剣の前から押し出
Deadly
してくれ
swing
た
of the cursed sword.
よろめきながらも走り出せた
Ah,
それからの記憶は
understandable
曖
why
昧
she
で
would want to melt them all down though.
覚えてるのは
Don't remember much.
心臓の跳ねる
And my
音
heart sighing when gasped for breath. Hear the smiths
早く逃
shouting
げ
to
ろ
run
と
away
叫び
when
続
they
ける園林中連合の
Screams
職
of
人の
agony.
声そして無数の悲鳴だけ拭っても拭っても涙が溢れて
Tears
視
wouldn't
界が
stop.
ぼやけた
couldn't see anything.
息が切れるたびに
Gasping
焦り
for
が
air.
募って
Collapsed in a pool of blood.
最後には血だまりに倒れ込んだあの時
General
海援将
Huayan
軍
didn't
が駆けつけ
arrive.
てくれてなかったら
But we wouldn't be here talking.
今こうしてあなたと話をすることもなかったと思うその後将
Took
軍は
me
私を引き
treated
取
me
ってくれ
like his own
て
granddaughter. Got it.
私たちは
So
お
adopted
じいちゃん
granddaughter,
と孫
yeah.
と呼び合う仲になった
He's 100 times better.
でも私にとって
My
お
sinful
じいちゃん
father.
は罪作り
Probably
な父の
forging
何
and
百倍も
swordsmithing.
大事
Swordsmanship. That.
それに鋳造技術や
Yeah.
剣術だって
So
教
her
え
mother
てく
also
れた
died there.
頑固は自業自得
Of
だけ
course, it's
ど
like, yeah, losing my
彼の
whole
残
family
した
to
加
the
工は放置で
swords.
きない
It's gonna do it.
図録によれば彼が過去に作った西洋の魔剣は全部で1382本
Records.
そのうち
Total 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords. 182 had unique designs. And how many of you melted?
私は園林中
Joined
連軍に
Flimmer
入った
Forge for
時に
training.
魔剣を最
Vowed
後
to
の
hunt
一本
down
まで
all
狩り
those
尽
cursed
くすと誓い
swords.
それから
Cut
今日までに
312.
312本を買った
So she's making a chunk out
そ
of
して
there.
幸運が313本目になる
Yeah. She's getting there. And even if it takes a long time, because they're long lived, should be able to do it eventually. Yeah. Still got like 1,000 to go,
あ
but
れも他の魔剣と同
like I
じよ
said,
うに
that's pretty good.
西洋を完全に分
Separate
離さ
from the
せた後
Heliobus
剣心を
melted
溶かして溶
are the
鉄圏外に流
blade
し
of
込
the
むつもり
forged remnants.
話はこれでおしまいおじいちゃんには悪いけど
Said my piece.
私は何が何でもあの
Have to
剣を
melt
溶か
down the
す
sword. But the delegation calls it the Sword of Heroes. I think you should talk to General Huayan about it.
つまりおじいちゃんは魔剣のことを知った上で商品に選んだ。だからあの剣には問題がない。
Or maybe he has a different plan. You don't know.
どう考えてもおじいちゃんはおかしい。
Something
冒
definitely
険の
off.
儀のことを私に一切教えてくれなかったこと、覚えてない？絶対何か隠してる。それにさっき
After
あ
our
んな
argument,
口喧嘩をしたば
go
っか
back
り
and
なの
talk to
に
him.
今すぐ
Not
戻って
today.
話し合えっていう
Maybe
の。
tomorrow.
それはできないよ。少なくとも今日は。まあ明日なら考えてみてもいいけど。
Yeah,
あなたと話したら
love you,
なぜ
Jack.
か頭に登った血が下がったみたい。
Love you,
今はだい
Rio.
ぶ落ち着いた。
He's out there on his chair. Cooled off a
じゃ
bit.
あこうしよう。
Now
明
this
日時間を見
conversation
つ
with
けて
Grandpa.
きちんと話し合
And
おう。
then he actually gets
おじい
screwed.
ちゃんからちゃんと理由
Gives
を
me
聞く
his
までは
reasons.
幸運には
There
手
we
を
go.
出さない。
Cooler heads prevailed. Don't forget to apologize to General Huayan.
うん。
We've done that in a public space. Yeah,
する
exactly.
べきじゃなかった。とにかく感謝
Catch
し
up
てる。
tomorrow.
じゃあ
Okay.
また明日。
Mm.
少なくとも構造紙での一件は海燕将軍に伝えないとな。
Jinju
今すぐ
Commission.
獅神宮に戻るか。
Okay, there, buddy. Imposters. Who are you? Could you be... Listen, 1 day of work, 5 days off. Comes with good benefits. What does that mean? I don't understand. It's dangerous here. Get down from there. Don't play dumb. It's really you, just say it. Don't beat around the bush. That's not right. The hexagram said pure passerby will definitely be around here during this time. Be honest, are you pure passerby? I really am just passing by. I don't know if I am. What a waste of my time. I thought you were that person who was harassing me a few days ago with a weird username called Pure Passerby. But it turns out you're really just a passerby. What a letdown. I waited for so long. What really happened? You look like an outworlder. Fine, it shouldn't hurt if I told you. A few days ago, I was browsing randomly on my Jade Abacus. There was a young man who just turned adult. He was asking if he should apply for the Divination Commission or Artisanship Commission. I've been there before, so I gave him a brief breakdown of the pros of the Artisanship Commission. You see the craftsmen earning their living with their craftsmanship. Wouldn't it be great to have a skill you could always rely on? Everyone in the Shenzhou knows that the Artisanship Commission oversees many projects, and as long as you work hard, you can earn a lot. If you're lucky enough to invent some kind of mechanical device and sell the patent, although you cannot collect fees after the patent protection period expires. If you're smart about it, you can still comfortably live off the patent fees for decades. Besides, everyone in the Artisanship Commission is a craftsman. Over there, skills speak for themselves. There's no office politics, so young people won't be at a disadvantage if they join. I responded with a well-meaning piece of advice for that kid to apply for your Artisanship Commission. Then this pure passerby guy chewed me out just for that. What was he chewing you out about? What a horrible person. He lambasted me on almost every point I made. He refuted the advantages of the Artisanship Commission I raised one by one, gave me a fierce tongue lashing, saying that the most popular workplace on the Shenzhou now is the Divination Commission. The other guy works at the Artisanship Commission, and he's just like, no, you should go to Divination, and don't make my mistake. And this guy's going, no, don't make my mistake, go to Artisanship. That's really funny. Meh, I'm from the Divination Commission myself. Why didn't I know about this? The nonsense he spouts is going to lead the kid down the wrong path. A wrong path. I'm not a coward either. We argued for a few days, but it didn't seem to lead anywhere. So I suggested we meet in person and have a face-to-face discussion. Come to the largest freight starskiff on the Artisanship Commission. Let's talk face-to-face. I posted this publicly, so he and everyone should have seen it. Even said he'll be here. But why this place? So why haven't we seen him? He said he's from the Artisanship Commission, so of course I didn't believe him. In this economy, why would anyone reveal their true background? So I chose to have it at the largest freight starskiff they have. With so many craftsmen coming in and out, he dares to show his face, expose all of his fake wisdom and post it online by then. This imposter has so little integrity. He didn't even show up. Came all the way here early in the morning by starskiff. There have been so many visitors to the Artisanship Commission the past few days. Dock has implemented an odd, even number restriction system. It's a good thing I came early. The odd-numbered lane is the busiest dock in the Artisanship Commission. Came 8 later, there wouldn't be any space left. By the way, if you happen to come across someone who looks like this guy, please let me know. If it's really him, I'll prepare a small gift to thank you. It got a little off track there, but figured since we're here. Yunli promises to calm down and speak with her grandfather about it again. You know she's not one to explain herself, so you totally deserve a pat on your back for getting her to spill everything. Now that you're done what General Hua Yan asked of you, it's time to go back and tell him what happened. Or at least the gist of it. Not trying to sell out a girl here. Maybe we can get another version of the story from him. Oh, chest. Oh, is that the chest that they're like, you can't touch this chest, and you try to grab it? Didn't cause any trouble. You explain Yunli's situation to Hua Yan. Explain what happened in detail, and Hua Yan's nervous expression eases a little. Told you quite a bit. This old man. Oh, my side. Yeah. There's always multiple views to the same story. Multiple tellings of the same story. My beloved disciple, a rare genius. Not seen since Yunxin. Talent can be a curse. Sometimes be a curse. Unusual fervor for forging. Tribute of forging a sword, self-awareness. Surpass that of humans. Warriors invincible without any training. It's also a very true statement, meaning talent can sometimes be a curse. Weapons of mass destruction, zooming flames, chemical arrows, destroying many enemies. Soldiers who fearlessly fight, lay their lives on the line. It's both have their time and strategic value. Swordsmen enthusiastic basic level awareness. Cool, easier to wield. Experience countless battles, overcome fear, sharpen instincts. True. Gotta become a veteran. So he thought of using Heliobite to absorb emotions. So he thought of using Heliobite to impart combat experience. Probably a bit of both. Yeah. Grant wielers strength and valor. Make decisions for them. Weapons are different. Meant to kill. Different from regular tools. Yeah. You're not exactly building a house or something like that. It's like, no, it's designed for one thing. So that's always the route they'll encourage their wielders down. Countless battles, hunger, fear, bloodlust, soaked up by the Heliobite. Soldiers not only gain strength, consumed by malice. Puppets possessed by the swords. Yeah. You have to be strong of will to resist. Use the sword after that. Soaked in blood. Cursed swords eventually. Yeah. Path to hell paved with good intentions. Noble intentions. Outworlders. Keep forging cursed swords. All sorts of reasons. Take back kingdoms, slay demons. Yeah. Know what happened? That massacre. Couldn't escape the horrors of that day. Which, again, that's fair. That's... You're not gonna get over that easy. That's why you didn't want her to see that sword. Spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. Doesn't deserve to carry the weight of its mistakes. Yeah. It's kind of the thing of, even though they're long-lived, it's like, you know, how much of that long life will she spend doing this? And it's like, well, until it is done. Now, you could help. And then I would speed it up. But, yeah, I get his point. Vowed to wipe out all cursed swords. Vow requires immense effort to resume the Star Seeds. Finding a needle in a haystack. Yeah, not when they've been spread out. Claim those swords. Do all the bloodthirsty wielders. Edge of life and death. Taking back over 300 cursed swords. Serving the same number of fatal wounds. Yeah, each time has been close. Current, your chance of normal childhood on a sword hunting journey. Yeah. And she's obviously grateful to him for it. Well done all the cursed swords in one day. She'd do with her life after. Yeah, if you have a great goal like that, what do you do once it has been achieved? Does that sword really contain a Helioless? So yeah. Helioless forging material. It came at a terrible cost. Yunli plans to talk to you tomorrow. Could be an opportunity. Father wasn't all evil. Man, she resents so much. Forge a true sword of heroes. Maybe, well, did still call it cursed sword, but how about the history and origin of this sword? Not during the ceremony. Yeah. Keep the sword safe. Any doubts? Ask the people involved. Hey, Master Gongshu. Master Gongshu, something I want to talk with you about. Or Master Gongshu. General Hua Yan gave the Lafu a sword called Guyun. Don't you worry. General Hua Yan has already conferred his instructions. Right. I heard from my apprentices that a young lady with a sword barged into the Artisanship Commission. That's General Hua Yan's granddaughter, right? Is she here to chat or kidnap me? She's calmed down now. She already promised me that she wouldn't take Guyun until we've confirmed the situation. What? She's coming to steal the sword. My nerves can't take much more of this. The Knight of Beauty just escorted the sword to the Artisanship Commission. It is currently in the armory without a chance for compromise or mishaps. You just relax. When I have time, I want to hear that girl tell me why she tried to steal the blade. Talk to me tomorrow. I'll wait for her. Show her for quite some time. Must be exhausted. Totally exhausted. Pretty lady like her never gets tiring. Counting on you, though. Yeah, no, it's fun hanging around her. Especially if we can help out. Find that class giving March 7th. Lol. But yeah, if we can help out, that's of course good. Yep. Can't grab it. Forever be teased.
悪いが、ウンリの面
Take
倒を
your
見
care,
てやっ
Yunli.
てくれ。
And opening his eyes up to say that. Yeah. You finally remember a certain truance skiving off on her own while you were busy running around the entirety of Lafu. Go to the Express and catch her in the act. That's very funny. There we go. Oh, we just have accent in general. Yeah, I'll leave. After finishing it all, you returned to the Express and came face to face with March 7th. Caught skipping class. Well, yeah, it'll be good to hear March. After so long. Sipping milk tea and gossiping, time slipped away unnoticed. The next day arrived. Which, well, we didn't get March directly, we got some March-related stuff at the end of the 3.2 main story. Oh boy, I really want to talk about that. More next, like, Amphoria's Star Rail stream. Dahao. Walk slower, don't leave your soul behind. You there, Trailblazer? Are you able to cooperate with us for a bit? Care to come by the Artisanship Commission? What's the matter? Something happened to the sword? Did something happen to the sword? Whoa, I didn't even say anything. How'd you know? That's correct. The Artisanship Commission said they received a sword yesterday from General Hua Yen. Today, when we checked in, the sword had vanished. Anyway, the Realm Keeping Commission is officially conducting an investigation and is interrogating the relevant individuals. Do you suspect me? Told them to be careful. I even told Master Gongshu yesterday to keep careful watch on the sword. Does he know about the current situation? Yeah, he reported this case. Anyway, anyone who attended yesterday's ceremony and lacks a clear alibi will be considered a suspect. The craftsman also mentioned a young girl who broke into the Artisanship Commission with a sword in hand. She bears the bulk of the suspicion. Alright, enough chatter. I'll see you at the Artisanship Commission. Oh boy. Yep. Hey, March. I wonder if it has an update with anything from Amphorius, since, you know, March obviously hasn't been there. Curled up in the clearest, the young girl remained silent with her eyes fixed shut. But ice is not cold to the touch. Something particularly saddening about seeing a young girl who's normally so full of life. Oh, the complete silence. I'll be better soon, March. To no one's surprise, Yuyun has been stolen. Lo and behold, the prime suspect is none other than Yunli. But Yunli has promised she wouldn't do anything to the sword. No, you can trust her because she is someone who makes good on her word. What the hell, as to say first. Yeah, I don't believe Yunli took it. Probably someone else was tempted by the sword, and now we have to see what happens next. Yep, everyone's here.
よし、全員揃ったな。
Questioning.
それじゃ質問の時間だ。ウンリよ、なぜ自分が執行官に呼ばれたかは分かっているな。
Yep.
分かっ
I
てる。
didn't steal the sword.
でも、剣を盗んだのは私じゃない。
I can vouch for her. Yunli promised me she wouldn't steal the sword.
おい、ここは自分の名声を乱用する時ではないぞ。幸運が盗まれたせいで、
Don't
内
recover
部
the
的に
sword.
はラフからの信
Breaking
用
our
を失って
promise.
しまった。
Train the delegation.
そして対外的にも
Find
施
the
設団に
truth.
申し訳が立たない。対語執行官、
I guess we should have gone with she
どうか
promised
真
me.
相を解明
But
してほしい。
わかってる。そ
my
れが
duty
俺
to
の仕事
thoroughly
だ。
investigate.
ウンリさんがいくら否定
Firm
し
in
よ
your
うが、
words.
個人の証言だけで事件を解決するわけにはいかない。
強盗に盗まれるくらいなら
Sword still got
最
stolen.
初から私に
Given
任
it
せ
to me
て
from
く
the
れて
beginning.
たらよかったのに
Just like this proves me right. Just keep quiet. Yeah, I agree.
幸運の窃盗の件は
Seems
内部事情に
suspicious.
詳しいものなら
Yunli
誰
is
で
the
も
main
容疑者に
suspect.
なりうる。
Was that you,
その
Dao?
中でも
Did
ウン
you
リさん
take
が
it?
特に
No,
怪し
I
い。
guess we'll see.
まず、
Sword
ウン
giving
リさんは
ceremony.
宝剣の儀で
Tension
幸運
seal
を
the sword.
盗む動機を示した。
Destroyed
剣
automatons.
を持ち去ると何度も
Yeah.
口にした後、構造紙に
But
侵入
we
し
had
て
a
金
chat.
人を破壊し、剣を奪おうとした。
うん
Yeah,
まず、
I already know that.
思考士が幸運を保管してあった物庫を調べた
NPC line. Don't
が、
have to worry
戸
quite
や
as much
扉
if I
に破
skip
壊
the
の
time
痕
bit.
跡はなかった。そして、
Expect the
小
arsenal.
さな換気口
There's
以
signs of
外、
forced entry.
盗賊が出
Small
入りできる
window
通路
gap.
は一切
Few
ない。
inches wide. Ah, it's like a lockdown murder mystery. Wish we had March 7th here. Locked room murder mystery.
おいおい、ただの
Just
窃盗
a
事件だ。
theft.
幸運が入ってた剣箱が開けられ、
It
剣は
was
消え
open,
てい
sword was missing.
た。だが、同
None of
じ
the
部
other
屋にある
swords were
他の
touched.
剣は無事
They
だ。
knew which one to grab.
それはつまり、
I'd seen it before. The suspect knew about the box and the sword. Theft was planned in advance.
確かに私は剣箱や魔剣を見分けられる
その通り。容疑者の狙いは幸運を盗むことただ一つだったと考
Wouldn't
えられ
she
る。
be melting it down right now
そし
if she
て
had、grabbed it?
あの件に触れられる機会があったのは、宝剣の儀に参加したお前たちと使節団の関係者だけだ。
Could it be that someone from the delegation stole the sword?
いや、もともと盗むつもりなんだった
They returned it in the
ら、
first
最初から
place.
剣を選手に返さなければよかった話だろ。
Maybe they regretted their decision. Not everyone in the delegation has the same agenda.
確かに一理
Makes
ある。
sense.
事件発生
Delegation
当
led
時
by the Navi.
準備の騎士率いる使節団が構造紙に剣を
They didn't
届けに来ているという
take
状
anything from the
況だったからな。だが、受け取りを担当した職人は、彼らは武器庫から何も持ち出していなかったと
Yeah, of
証言
course.
している。
Argenti was keeping a closer eye than usual on it after hearing Yunli's outburst. Could it be that Argenti stole the sword?
アルジェンティあの準備の騎士のことか。
I don't think Argenti
使節
stole
団
it.
のメンバーと一緒
Or if
に
he did, it
剣
would
を
just be
構
to
造紙に引き
test it
渡
and
したの
see
は誰だ。
is it beautiful or not.
話はそれるが、知らないだろうから
Recognize the sword's
話して
origin.
おく。彼はで
Also
宝
the
剣の
sword
由
to
来に
come
気づ
out.
き、
Yeah.
先週まで送り届けてくれたのがその騎士だ。つまり、使節団と同じように彼が宝剣を狙っていたとし
Keep the sword for
て、
himself.
なぜわざわざラフに届けた後に盗
Yeah,
みを
not throwing
働
shade
く
at
必
my
要
boy.
がある
Just bringing it up. Could it be that a craftsman stole the sword?
いや、講師先生に当日の勤務表を調べてもらい、その日
Didn't
出
find
勤して
any
た職人と
suspicious.
弟子を呼んで話を聞いてみたが、怪しい人物はいなかった。
Could it be that I stole the sword?
お前が
Did you?
盗んだのか
Nope. No. No, I didn't.
バーをかき回すようなことを言うな。
Fair enough.
彼は構造紙を出た後
And we have the lead
わしを
teachership
助けてき
commission.
た。
Couldn't have.
剣を盗んだ疑いがないこと
Didn't have
は
time.
わしが保証しよ
ざっとまとめると、宝
Seen
剣
the
を目
sword
にした者
has
全
been
員が構造紙を訪
everyone
れ
you
たわ
might
けでは
want
ないし、
has seen it.
宝剣を狙う人物全員
Maybe
が宝剣を目にしたとは限らない。可能性を排除していくと、残る容疑者はウリさんしかいない。
確かに理屈は通ってる
Fair.
じゃあ、
だけど
I didn't
剣
steal
を
it.
盗
Yep.
んだのは私じゃない
It's fair that you suspect me, but I
いや
didn't
い
steal
や、
it.
さまざまな可能性を排除した結果、
Eliminate
一
impossible.
つだけが残った。
Remains,
つまり、
however
それが
probable,
真相だろう。
must be the truth. No, this isn't the only remaining possibility. I think we might be missing something here.
いや
Some
ー、
solid
したいな
evidence.
ら
Oh
そ
boy,
れなりの証
our
拠を出してみ
mystery.
ろ。
考えを整理して
Gather my
運命の容疑を
thoughts.
晴らさないと。
You may clear her name. Talk to the
何か手がかり
witnesses.
を見落としてないか。
Miss any clues? Witnesses and items at the scene of the crime form crucial evidence. May not only help to clear Yunli of suspicion, but also lead you to the true culprit.
ああ、
Send you a
お前から知ら
message.
せをもらった後、武器庫を一通り
I just want to
した
check on him. Yeah.
だが今朝、構造紙に来てみると、なぜか剣
No
の
anything
だけが
else.
残っていたという。
So what happened during the night?
それ以外のことは知らんから、俺に何を聞いても無駄だぞ。ただ、構造紙の工場として、公平な立場で一言付け加えて
Sword
お
was
かない
stolen.
とな。
Still highly secure.
冒険は盗
Well,
まれた。
does that mean it's
そ
still
れで
here
も俺た
then?
ち構造
Did
紙
it
は
get
安全
swapped?
だ。
That's actually could be interesting.
思い出した。
Our buttons are smashed.
俺の大事な金銀も壊さ
Could
れ
the
ていたんだ
sword have been switched for a different sword case?
という
Like put in a different one? That would be Gongshu. Yeah. Great performance from the VA. No, but they did say they checked, and it's like that was the only sword stolen. All the rest were there. Master Gongshu's testimony. An artisan from the Artisanship Commission and the craftsman responsible for repairing Guyun checked on how Guyun was stored after it reminded him to keep the sword safe. Guyun was yet to be stolen at that time.
俺は何も知らないから聞いても無駄だ。
Again, fair enough. Hey, Yunli.
介護執行官を困らせたくない。私たちも彼のやり方で潔白を証
Prove
明
my
しよう。
innocence. Yep.
自分で魔剣を見つけたら
My
容
innocence
疑を
right
晴らすこ
away.
とになるのかなと思って。
That would be too convenient. And how are you planning on finding the cursed sword? No, that would make it look like you did steal it.
それを今考
Trying
え
to
てる
figure
んだ
out
けど
right、now. Yeah,
もう一つ気になるこ
something
とがある。
else. So you take the sword,
剣
leave
を
the
盗んだ
case,
窃盗犯は
melt
箱を
down the
残し
sword
てい
like I
た。
wanted.
もしかして私と同じように剣を溶かしてる？
Is it really that strange? Maybe the case was too much trouble.
そうかも。でも箱が
It's
邪魔
figures
と
to carry
はい
around
え
the sword.
剣を堂々と
Lame
持って
sight.
出ていく方が逆に目立つと思わない？
Good point. In Liu's testimony, the prime suspect of this incident, she swore to completely mount every one of the cursed swords forged by her father, including Guyun.
窃盗犯が箱を残して剣だけを盗んで
The
い
sword
っ
but
た
left
の
the
は
case.
何か理由があるからかも。
まさか見えっかきべっさが盗まれる
General
とは。
Huyen's
し
granddaughter.
かも容疑者は海
Yeah,
援将軍の孫娘ですと。まあ何にしても
College
使
mission.
節団は役目を終
Shinjo's
えたわけ
problem.
ですから、あとは選手
Called a
自
cursed
身の問
sword.
題です。
Quite
ただ
upsetting.
あの娘さんは
Yeah,
な
given
ぜ
that they're
あ
like,
れを
it's a
しき
hero
りに
sword.
魔剣と呼んでいたのでしょうか。それだけは実に不愉快でした。
Because the sword can take over the wielder's mind, as the sword contains an evil spirit.
もういいです。ただこれだけは
Always
言わせて
been
くださ
highly
い。
revered.
あの剣は彼らでは何より崇高な存在とされているんです。
Yeah, better say mind control than
あの
evil
剣の
spirit.
主はかつて
You're talking about a
見えっ
holy
かきべっ
blade.
さを手に
Where's the
我らが
master?
先祖たちのために妖魔を切り、
Passes
そ
it
の
down to a
宝
line
剣
of
は代
wise
々剣
monarchs.
王に受け継がれていきました。君主たち
Maybe
は剣
that's
に宿
why.
る英雄の
Maybe
魂の教えに耳を
because
傾
it
け、
hadn't seen
彼ら
enough
のために
bloodshed
強敵を投げ
and was
払って
mainly
きたのです。
held by monarchs who kept the peace. It didn't become cursed like the usual ones would. Yeah, heed the guidance of the hero's spirits within, gain insight, defeating their enemies. Was it actually the voice of the Heliobus? It's a common element in myths and legends.
採用それは
Yeah.
一体何でしょう。
Never mind.
いや、
Better for him to be confused than accidentally insult him by going, this is a common trope. He did help the ancestors. Strong foundation. Not a curse sword. And again, the answer to that would be not yet. If it was putting up through enough bloodshed, maybe it would be. Pavo's testimony, a Kalavalin envoy in charge of diplomatic affairs, led the delegation to return the ancient sword Guyun to the Shinjo. Though Yunli calls it a cursed sword, Pavo firmly believes Guyun to be the sword of a hero, told the legends of his home. Okay, you are less suspicious. You were more suspicious when I met you. You're less suspicious now, buddy. Yeah, we got that before. Case itself. Container used the seal Guyun. It's indeed a sight to behold. Its beauty is radiant. Perhaps it was this very beauty that has drawn unwanted attention. Regardless, is one of the few pieces of physical evidence left at the scene. Just might hold traces of the thief. Sword case exterior. Sword case, masterfully adorned with metal wire inlays, traces the pattern of lotus flowers, subtly proclaiming its origin from the illustrious Shinjo Juming. Sword case lock. The locking mechanism nestled within the case remains intact, bearing no marks of external force or tampering. I mean, is the blade still in the case? No, they would have opened it, but maybe there's a hidden compartment in the case now. But I mean, that points to someone having the key, someone being able to open the case, right? Without picking the lock. Yeah. They had the key, or whatever, to get in. Open the sword case. Notice a few smears of red along the bottom of the sword case's interior. It's hard to ignore, as if a deliberate declaration of existence from those who are viewing the sword case. Extract the red coloring from the interior of the sword case. A few petals, teetering on the brink of withering. More precisely, a single rose petal. Argenti, did you take it? Again, I'm sure he took it ultimately for a good reason, but flower petal. Yeah, Argenti grabbed it. Okay. Close the sword case and put it back. Again, I would be curious on his reasoning behind it. Is it to resolve this issue with Yunli? You know, is it to truly check for himself that the sword is cursed or not? Or to prove, does he already know it's not cursed? And to prove to Yunli that isn't. Yeah, rose petal. A rose petal that was caught in the hinge mechanism. Only a one person who would leave behind this ostentatious trace wherever he goes. Intact lock. The lock on the sword casket that Guyun was stored in. Given its intact lock, thief either had the key to the casket or was never locked to begin with. A sword casket produced at the Juming that is used to seal Guyun. Its open lock appears to have not been damaged. At the bottom of the casket, a few rose petals have been intentionally left behind. And steal the sword. Believer. Yeah. Made a promise. Impulsive. Steal the sword on the wind. Won't show her any favors. Again, fair enough. Oh, check. Stretching over there. Even yesterday. Uber innocence. Yeah, they didn't need to ask. Did she come to you afterward? No, still mad at me. Come with you? Would be a suspect. Well, we've already put together Sargenti, but how was the sword delivered?
封建の儀が終了した後、
Carry the sword case.
準備の騎士のア
Scored
ルジ
by
ェンティ
Cloud
殿が
Knights.
使節団と共
Sword
に
was
軍議
safely
軍の
stored,
護衛のもと
so he probably just never locked it
構造士へ
and
と
then came back and just went yoink.
そして構造士工場が封建が武器庫に入ったのを確認した。
That's all I have to ask.
引き続きよろしく頼む。
Because I should have talked to Dahao before. Let me see. Let me check. Optional dialogue. Called a curse sword. Yep. March. Yep. Witnesses. Oh yeah. Talk to Dahao. Optional. If you found any clues, Trailblazer, feel free to tell everyone. I can talk to the others again. Alright, come back to me when you're ready. Cool. Hua Yan's testimony. General of the Shenzhou Zhuming and Yunli's grandfather. Yunli had intended to talk to her grandfather about Guyin today, but the sword was stolen.
運理が盗んでいないというのなら、
Yeah. You gotta open his eyes up. You two, the scared ones from before? I don't think so. I'm 100% sure Yunli didn't steal the sword.
ありがとう。私自身ですら大郷さんを説得する自信がないのに。
確信だと
100%.
いいだろ
Go through my
う。じゃ
reasoning.
あ、俺の推理をもう一度話してやるから、
Okay.
どこかおかしな点があったら、
Let's
い
see.
つでも止
What
め
does
る。
Bunny have to say? Debate.
構
Okay,
造
this
士に
style.
侵入した招かれざる客は、最初から最後までただ一人、運理さんだけだ。
That is true. As far as breaking in, yes. Hmm.
So そしてコンを奪おうと構造士で大暴れした運理さんは途中でお前に阻止された。お前と別れて一旦帰るふりをした後、彼女は単独で武器庫に忍び込み、宝剣
Snuck into the arsenal. Stole Gunin. To you. I think other Gongshu's alliance, right?
多分
Think about it again.
もうちょっと考え
Let's
させてくれ。
try.
俺の論理には一部の隙もないってことをそろそろ理解したらどうだ。お前と別れて一旦帰るふりをした後、彼女は単独で攻守先生にまでメッセージを送ってたの
Message
か。
Master Gongshu.
全く知らなかった。
Solid proof.
確かにそれは証拠になるな。だが、その時点で剣はまだ盗まれていなかったという証拠にしかならない。
私は何もしてない。
Thanks, Yunli.
お前と別れて一旦帰るふりをした後、
Already
彼女は単独で武器庫に
refuted
忍び
that.
込み、この事件に他の容疑者は存在しないし、
Suspects or
証拠も
evidence.
他に見つかってない。
剣箱の底の隙間から見つけ
In
た
the。crevice, bottom of the case. Rose petal.
花びら
A petal inside the case.
多分操作した時は見落としていたようだな。
さあな。でも、
A
あ
night
の
of
宝剣
beauty
を剣をしてき
goes
た
behind a
準
trail
備
of
の騎士の
rose
通り
petals.
道には、
Impossible to clean up. Yeah, probably had to do that to the express after his little visit. Nice. So that was the major one they wanted to present. Sort them out. Hey, fair enough, buddy. Now, do want to check. Testimony, yeah. You have gathered key evidence. Time to refute Dahao's deductions with good reason. Debate starts. Okay, cool. So there's some extra stuff. Yeah, you can talk about that before the rose petals. Broken, Yunli. Continued questioning. Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me. We were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point. True, but they all left after delivering the sword, and the craftsman overseeing the handover confirmed that they couldn't have left with the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Guyun was handed over, the Cycrane at the entrance of the Artisanship Commission captured Trailblazer leaving, but there's no record of Miss Yunli leaving.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after smashing the Arumatons?
Fair enough. And then, yeah, I can't present any evidence for that. Next sentence, yeah, causing a ruckus, questioning. What Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yunli didn't steal the sword at that time, because we were at the Arumaton warehouse. If your testimony is reliable, I'm not implying anything, but we need to scrutinize every piece of evidence. Been for a while. Believe it's snuck in the arsenal alone and stole Guyun. The Opticon Shu. After Yunli and I went our separate ways, I messaged Master Gongshu to inform him about the incident. And of course all this would have had voice acting, so I'm sorry. We don't hear Trailblazer often, so I should have done that. I should always do the questioning stuff more, just so we get more lines. And much later, Master Gongshu told me the sword was confirmed safe, so up until that point, Yunli couldn't have stolen it. Can I prove this? Yep. Suspects are evidence. Looks like you're missing some crucial evidence. There are no signs of the arsenal. There are no signs of the arsenal being broken into, so the only real evidence is a sword case. No, the fact that there are no signs of a break-in is suspicious in itself. Which piece of evidence should I use to convince Dahao? Right, and then the lock. I carefully examined the lock of the sword case. There were no signs of tampering or damage. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means the case was never locked in the first place. As to why the case was never locked in the first place, only people who delivered the Artisanship Commission would know. Plus I found something else inside this case. Which piece of evidence should I use to further convince Dahao? Yeah, the rose petal. Yep. Warning, little bite. It's never locked. Okay, so it does treat it as if you presented all your evidence, which is good. Delivered. That item. Why did he steal it? Leave that pedal. Well, obviously he's setting up something dramatic. How am I supposed to know? Ask Argenti, not me. I know. Flew out the case on its own. Only locked the box to aid its escape. A sword escape. Seen a flying sword. Yeah, like Yongqing's. Being able to fly legends. That beauty do this.
1万歩譲って聞きますけど、その準備の騎士はなぜそんなことを？
だからあれは西洋が意込めた馬券なんだって。
No.
あの剣がアルゼンティを操ってるんだよ。多分ラフに着く前からずっと。
Nah, I trust Argenti. He's up to something. Find that night. Knock the location, one and only.
乗ったシャトルシッププライスレス号の停泊場所は。
ねえ、早く行
Let's
こう。
go.
あの剣がアルジェンティンの心を完全に奪ってしまう前に、一刻も早く彼を探し出さないと。
Oh, she did say in the beginning, only through battle can you truly test a sword. And a sword's honesty, right? Just what thief would leave a rose petal in the sword casket. This is the exact kind of badly written mystery seen in second-rate TV shows. But could Argenti, a knight of beauty, really be the thief? After some pondering, you're convinced that there's more to this matter than meets the eye. Find Argenti. He'll have something to say about this.
Oh
yeah, we have that. Oh, we've had a few. We've done a few Dodge missions in the past. Wait. Is this not a DMC5 reference? The chair. Virgil in the chair. Argenti in the chair, the positioning, everything. That has to be, right? Because that chair's never there usually. This has to. Okay. What are you doing, buddy? In a corner of Starsky Haven, you stumble upon a knight clad in shimmering silver. It's so funny it is. 15th day of month X 1604. Okay, it is. It is a DMC5 reference. Yep, I've been waiting quite a while. Shimmering silver armor, or rather, bleh. Sorry, trying to catch what I missed on that Fade to Black. Or rather, it seems he has sought you out. Yeah, no, this is DMC5 reference. Virgil versus Dante. No, absolutely. Yunli walking up. Virgil turning around. Us running in the background like Nero getting into the fight. That's so funny. And the yeah, in DMC5 they would go when you started each mission, it would tell you like the time, because it was like, oh, this is the time it's taking place within the story, because you would go back to like earlier events, and then it's like, okay, now we caught up to current and now we're doing future events. So yeah, that's great. That's so funny. That's so good that they did the DMC5 reference, the chair and everything. That's amazing. Hoyo, you still remain so cultured. Tech otakus truly do save the world. Still good. How dangerous that curse sword is. Yeah, Hoyo is extremely cultured. Dangerous. The hand wielding the weapon. Why still Guyu now? So you intentionally left the rose battle behind. Of course. Never attempted to steal. Drill as a knight. If in poverty, possess one is necessary. A weapon, an armor. Like, huh? Assist Master Guyu with its escape. Hold from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, not let it down. It's like, I don't want to be melted down by Yunli. Save the arsenal to convince the craftsman. Take the sword like a thief. Not a small piece of evidence. Open and honest conversation. Cool. And that makes sense for his character. Yeah. I still can't get over the Devil May Cry reference. It's so funny. And the memes and everything. Hi. Hey, how you doing? I think we're in the last little part of Yunli's story mission here. We just a few minutes ago got a Devil May Cry 5 reference with Virgil in the chair, and some other stuff in there that very clearly pointed to it, and I was just like, oh really? Oh yo, you guys, you absolute chance. Cursor away with Mishenjo. Hand it over. Little Yunli. It's been so long since we've seen her, and I kind of figured, hey, I have some time. We finished up Stario's story last weekend. Yeah, let's do it. Beauty and Master Goon impressed me. Journey to return the sword. Goon's homeland, no longer ideal place for him. Was not abandoned it. Calculated power of the cursed sword. Oh man, always the lateness. Try to be more early next stream. No, it's fine. Like, I get it. Like, absolutely, if you can show up earlier, feel free to. But don't worry about it too much. If you show up a little late, just you coming by is enough. Power of that cursed sword. How can we snap him out of it? It's like a devil that can mess with your mind. A devil. After the Devil May Cry reference, I'm like, I really. Right in your hand. Combat. Touched. ZZZ story quest yet? Not yet. That came out on Tuesday? Yeah, last night. I think. Oh man, I was saying I would do a different stream Thursday night, but well, Thursday night for me, right? I think tomorrow I'll do the new ZZZ story because Friday is the Genshin live stream, and then I guess that means Saturday I'll then do the stream I was meaning to do Thursday. Yeah, I'll just rearrange some stuff. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, so. I am checking it out tomorrow though. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they wrap up this sort of epilogue and then lead into 2.0. Duma mixed with Fugaleon. Fugaleon? Sorry, I've just never seen that second name before. I think Doma's from well, there is a Doma in Demon Slayer, right? Understand this sword. Quite heartrending. 1.7 of ZZZ Absolute Cinema. Ah, that's great. That's great to hear. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out. I know with all the build-up with Vivian and Hugo that there would be a really fun payoff. And I just, again, I'm really looking forward to like how I'm curious of how they're going to set up 2.0 and 1.7. Yeah, Duma is from Demon Slayer, and the one is Black Clover. Okay, got it. Yeah, I've only ever like heard about Black Clover, and that's it. I haven't checked it out. A lot of lore. Ooh, yeah, I'm that sounds great. I love lore. Mess with your ability to think. Break you free. Shatter its illusions, sword itself. And new 2.0 things. Ooh, yes. Yeah, that makes me excited. Oh. My cat's having a dream over here. His paws are twitching. Yeah, buddy. Taking away this person. Under my protection. A fair duel. Knightly etiquette. We've had a few duels with Argenti now, haven't we? It's great. Black Clover, I mean. Yeah. Again, I've only heard good things. I just haven't never gone around to checking it out. I definitely should though. And I know that it's not as long as some other ones, so I could probably like take a week and go through it. Challenge you. A representative. Thought Argenti was a girl at first. Yes, he is very pretty. Yeah. I do enjoy Argenti. He's just so over the top, and I would be very curious as well about getting more Knights of Beauty in the future and seeing how they are the same or different from him. You know, compare and contrast. Spirit of Chivalry. Drilla. You, if I win, Measure Good to leave. You best me. Send my defeat.
もしウンリさんが勝利されたら、僕は潔く負けを認め、コーン閣下を。
Yeah, Hoyo is quite good at making characters that make you a little confused at first, every now and again. I remember Venti being the primary suspect with the Genshin launch, or just whenever people see him first time. Send my challenge. The Genshin post about the live stream? Yes, I think I brought that up. Like beginning a stream, that I was like, oh yeah, Friday I'm going to be doing the Genshin live stream. A reaction to that. I'm very excited that it looks like we're going back to Dragon Spine, especially with like the last summer event. I'm ooh. I think it's going to be really good. Desire stronger. Desire take it away. Desire hunt down all her swords. Okay, Yunli in the party, yes or no? Okay, no. Ooh. You know, fight for victory. We're doing about sword play. Skill he's honed. Okay, well, okay, yeah. You will be enough fire, hopefully. Anyhow, we do stuff through that. The field's buff. Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh boy, back to Mondstadt. 3 big sus in the poster. Kaya, Albedo, Venti. Yeah, I'm very excited for what it could be, for like the potential that the next. Oh no, Genti's boss music haven't heard it well, but I'm very excited, yeah, with the potential of the next Genshin patch, and going back to Dragon Spine and everything. Like again, we could get Durin, could get more Durin, mini Durin stuff. That would be lots of fun. Nice. Oh man. You know, I just feel like across all their games, Hoyo is ramping up so much. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. You're putting out so much interesting content that I feel like I have to be kept up with all of them right now. Lord Drop is going to go crazy. Moon Sisters lore. Conrian. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the only... I know. Having Kaya in there, I'm like... Instantly you're like, oh yeah, is this going to be not just an Albedo story as is most Dragon Spine stuff, but Kaya instantly it's like, Conria? What you doing here? And Jean was in there as well, which we haven't seen Jean in so long. All 3 other games right now are absolute cinema. Yeah, I know, it's... I finished up the Star Rail story, and some of the stuff at the end of that has made me go, I'm extremely curious about March and some of the other stuff they brought up there. I'm like, guys, you could go crazy direction. Maybe Venti's story quest? Ooh, that would be cool. I know people were talking about maybe we would get that with like Amari Javari release would be interesting. But, Rosalind Knight's Duel. And with the sword. Have mercy. Goon's past experiences. The lore era. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, think about how crazy Star Rail is going to go in the future once we get to that, the destined end that Elio is foretold with, you know, fighting the Nook. And bringing all the different groups and characters and factions that we've met to face off against destruction. Probably know some Bennett stuff as well. Yeah. Yeah, Bennett wasn't in the poster, but they could always sneak him in there. Yeah, especially with the Amari Javari, because that was where Bennett was found. So, whenever it gets released, I would expect to get some stuff there. Cursons of Days Forged. It just started to feel like it's going to turn into a massacre of playable characters. Yeah, it could. I I think specifically, well, with what's already happening with Amphorius, absolutely, given the story and characters it's based off of. For the main story, I think they could do it, but I think there's also the idea of like, oh, but we have enough options within the Starro universe where it's like, they died, but we brought them back. Like, they came back somehow in the future. Man, can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah, no, the Genshin stream is going to be great. Genshin live stream. Kirsten's there's for it, yeah. You're talking to everyone. I hope not. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a while since Hoyo has killed off some characters, and they've decided to come back with a vengeance. You've done so much for me already. Alright, gotta go by. No problem. Thanks for coming on by. Just checking things out. Gotta get lunch. Yeah. You get to it then. Like I said, thanks for coming on by. Hope you have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you when I stream the Genshin live stream. Can be hyped about that together. Scared for Genshin on that regard too. Yeah, getting into the war against Celestia. I think that's where a lot of stuff's going to be going down. Face her alone. Argenti draws forth an ancient sword, scarred from countless battles, before all eyes. That's a cool looking blade. That looks neat. Also, let me check this little hack screen again. Oh. Before all eyes, the blade rises slowly, its edge dancing with the semblance of flames. Weary of fighting, share my past with you. Explain why I want to escape. I mean, yeah, all cracked and broken. A beautiful blade, though. I get what Argenti sees in destiny in your hands. Ready to witness my past. Which that's also something interesting. It's like, again, thinking about the Xianzhou long lifespans, right? It's like this sword has been through an entire history of monarchy into, like, essentially some sort of democracy, like a council, right? So it's like, how many dozens or hundreds of years has it been since all these cursed swords were forged? And then the events that happened with Yunli and her swearing to destroy them, right? Because also it's like, oh yeah, the cursed swords could have been forged, like some of them before her birth, some like during her younger years, that sort of stuff, but it's like, huh, time in Star Rail is very interesting to think about with the characters and regions we go to, worlds we go to. A different aura. Here's my curiosity. It's a trap. No, I don't think it is this time. A single touch. Snatch away insanity. Just be careful, Yunli. I think it's worth a shot, Yunli. Show me your past. I mean, swords to plowshares, right? Going from battling to peace, war to peace. The mystery is solved. Nobody stole Guyun. It just made itself gone with the wind. Culprit or victim, Guyun owes everyone an explanation for what happened. Have a chat with Guyun. The knight understands the rules of knightly duels. He ceases arguing, instead eagerly awaits for you and Yunli to listen to Guyun's past. He's like, oh, they'll be convinced, even if I lost. It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud9 forces. It was someone who had the blade. What a way to be long and lonely. Yeah, he was left on the planet and then passed it down. Yeah, so whoever landed on the planet at Cloud9 had Guyun, died with it, passed it on to one of the locals, and then they created the monarchy.
記憶？
Your memory. Cool. Learn about the memories shared between Guyun and the nameless sword master. Cool. Morrison. Yep. So cold.
寒いな。戦ってる時は気
Recent
づかなか
needs
った
the
けど、
bone.
今になって寒さが身に染みてきたよ。
Masterpiece.
さすがは選手
Taking control of my body.
お前がさっ
Would
き
have been
俺の手を操
decapitated.
ってくれなかったら、今頃首は吹っ飛んでただろうな。
口を閉ざし警戒を怠るな。
Morrison.
堀兵が狩りの手を休めることはないんだぞ。
Relax. 300 days.
そんな固いことは言わずさ、ちょっ
Can't
と
count
話そ
on
うぜ。
that.
俺たちがこの世界に流れ着いてからもう300日以上が過ぎた。発信機は鳴らないし、大部隊との連絡はもう取れそうにない。この世界の住民はまだ動物
Still
に
use
荷車を
beasts
聞かせ
to
て
pull
る。
their carts.
彼らに精査を
Well,
修理
let's
して
fix
も
the
らう
star
っての
skiff.
は
Yep.
どう考えても無理だろう
Stranded.
な。
Told death. By
どう
age
やら
war
俺たちは
or
ここで
turning.
余生を送るしかないみたいだ。
Stranded for the rest of our
余
lives.
生か。
Mara
ナンジ
struck.
ラ先週人の余生はあまりにも長
Terribly
い。
long
一人で敵意に満ちた世界と対峙しないといけないことに
in this
絶望
hostile
をしたか。
world.
ちょっとな。
A bit.
耐えきれぬというなら
You're too
世
rough.
に全てを預け
Leave
てもよい
everything
ぞ
to。me.
汝が重すぎる
Weigh
荷
the
物を
world
背
on
負い
your
込むことは
shoulders.
ない。
ああ、本当
Sure.
に耐えられなくなったら、
Can't
その
handle
時は
things
体を
anymore.
支配してくれ。
Leave my body to you.
だが、今は
Not
まだ
that
その
time.
時じゃない。
Now is
何
not
時ご
that
ときの
time.
三流剣士
There's
が
an entire
堀人
Borson
の部隊に
army
かなうと思っているのか。
you holding out
なぜ
for.
そこまで意地を張るのだ。
On the demons that refer to
俺はここ
slaying
に閉じ込め
might
ら
have
れ
been
て
the
るけど、
Borson.
堀人の両軍も同じような目に遭ってんだろう
Borson
な。
pack in the same boat.
そうだ、コン。種を知ってるか？種は
What a
小さな
seed
埃みた
is.
いに目立たないが、
Seed
時
may
間と手を
seem
かけてちゃん
insignificant.
と育てたら、決
Cultivation
し
in
て揺るがな
time.
い大木になるんだ。
Huge unwavering tree.
先週人の余生はあまりに
Could
も
be
長い。
terribly long.
そうだな。
Seed name
俺は
resistance.
これからの人生を
Nurtured
種
for
の
the rest
栽
of
培
my
に
life.
捧げようと思う。
People of this
暗号
land
という名の種をな。
defend themselves against
こ
those
の土地の人
monsters.
たちに武器を持って怪物と戦う
Oh,
方法を
is the
教
story
え
gonna
て
be
やりた
like,
いんだ。
oh, a new monarch was chosen, but actually it's just him over and over again being chosen until he's like, I can now entrust it to them.
俺はもう
See
彼
it
らの
in the
中に
eyes
そ
of
の
those
種がある
people.
のを知ってるから。
I guess we'll see. You
何時
can
に
do
で
it.
きるのか。世に体を
Give
分
me
け渡せば
control.
思う存分敵を
Revel in the
倒せるよう
bloodbath
に。
together. Right. So at this point, it wasn't really any different from the other cursed swords. Would have gone down that path eventually. But the wielder,
今
was
の記
different.
憶は
memory I just saw, didn't seek
異性を
just
さすらう
glory and
無
fame
騎
in
兵の
battle.
記憶だ。世
Stranded.
とあやつは堀人が占拠する
Crash
星に
landed.
墜落した
Who
我
was?
々だけでな。
さぞかし孤独な戦いだったんだろうね。
Another memory long forgotten. Follow Goon, continue onward. Yeah. Did he get an injury? Did he get an injury, but then because it's a Heliobus in the sword, he's able to pass his strong emotions of that seed building that resistance to the sword instead. So then that becomes its core rather than battle and
ま
bloodshed.
だ生きてるってのに。
I'm alive.
村の若い奴らは
All the young people. Yeah,
皆生き絶えた。
died for you.
汝のために。
Your big
汝
promise.
との堀人なき美しい未来
Life
という
free
約束
from
のため
Borson.
に。
Tears of their despair. Didn't see it coming. Neither will you.
俺たちは
Can't stay.
ここで立ち止まるわけにはいかない。次の村に行こ
Yeah, don't give up hope.
世は死を前にしたあの者たちの
Keep
絶
moving
望を味わっ
forward.
た。今日という日を迎えられぬ絶望をな。
What the fuck?
何時もそうであろう。
Brown? Cool. Sorry, I just decided that the time to not work anymore. There we go. Oh.
なぜだ。なぜそこまで意地を張る。
What's the point?
何時と哀れな
Sorry
旧世紀
excuse for
軍
an
が
army
34年戦
fighting
い
for
続
over
けなが
3
ら
decades
一度も勝てなかったのだぞ。
in one single battle.
何時がまいたの
Now
は反抗
resistance
の種ではない
and despair.
絶望の種だ。この世界を救
The
う
world
手
is
立てはもは
hopeless.
やない。
Nestled
す
with
でに
packs
ポリ
of
人の両
borsing.
軍に汚されてしまったのだ。奴らの数
See
ややり
their
口は何
numbers,
時も分か
their
った。
methods.
何時が希望
Come
を
here
託
to
した
put your
田
hopes
舎
in.
者たちは地
Kneel
を
down
張
and worship the
り、親家
monsters.
族を喰らう怪物を
Devouring
ジュースと呼んで
children and
崇めることし
families.
かできぬ。
They're beast masters.
何時は奴らのために
He
ジュー
added
スの
one of
頭を
them,
切ったのに
turned on you.
報復を恐れ
Scared
奴らが
Boris
保
and
身の
taken
ため何時
revenge.
を裏切ったことは全て覚えてい
Remember
る。
all that.
う。覚えてるさ。
Remember my
初め
first
て死んだ
death.
時のこと。そして
Cut off my
ポ
head.
リ人に首を切られたこともな。
Oof.
でも
Are you
あの
a
若者が俺を埋葬するため
brave
危
youngster?
険を承知で首を縫い合
Risked
わせ
his
てく
neck
れ
to
たおかげで
reattach my head.
命拾いしたってことも覚え
Robert
てる。
Burial. Disappeared completely. Oh, is he Oh, what's Vidyardhara? Right? Was he not able to undergo like cocoon and be reborn?
みんなが俺のためにしてくれたこともだ。
Left food.
ほら穴の入り口に食べ物を置いてくれたり、
Joined my
上着を
resistance.
繕ってくれたり、そして
Yeah.
仲間になる誓い
People
を立て
come
てく
with
れ
good
た
and
りしたこと
Can't judge them
先週人
unilaterally.
の余生はまだまだ長いんだ。
Still
時間は
terribly
俺たちの
long.
味方だろ。
He knew
そ
youngsters.
のうちまた
Time is
新
on
たな
our
若者が
side.
立ち上がって俺と一緒に戦ってくれるさ。
今しがた孤独な戦いだと申したな。だがこの戦いは孤独ではない。
War filled with loneliness.
ただ絶望に満ちただけのものだった。世ですらも
Don't
う味
ever
わいた
want
く
to
ない
taste
と
it
思
again.
うほどのな。
Yeah. Doesn't want to taste battle again either. Just like I know what that it's a familiar unpleasant taste. At this point.
じゃあな。
Believing
どこへ行かれるのです？
your highness.
故郷に帰ろうと思ってな。
Turning to my homeland.
空の上の遥か遠い場所だから、もう二度とここへは戻らないだろう。
しかし
Do
旦
believe
那様が言っ
God.
てしまわれたら
Wolf
私たち
demon
はどうす
show
れ
up.
ばいいのです。狼の化け物がまた現れでもしたら。
あいつらはもう全滅したんだ。
Wiped out the last.
お前たちが一掃しただろう。ここを離れる前に
Pouring
一
out.
つ
Do
頼みが
one
ある。
thing. Wolf demons are
狼の
gone.
怪物は絶滅したが、
New monsters
こ
will
の世には
appear.
まだ怪物がいるんだ。もうすぐ
Demon
金の
will
枝をま
appear.
とい、殺戮の感情に取りつかれた怪物がこの辺りに現れる。だが、恐れなくていい。
Abundance.
長年俺の戦に付き添ってくれた剣を置いていく。俺が教えてきた通りにやればこの世で最後の怪物だろうと必ず倒せる。
I just got chills when I realized what's happening. Golden branches knowing only bloodshed. He's about to become Mara struck, isn't he? Yeah. He's been here so long that, yeah, he's become Mara struck and he's going one last demon. Me. Skills I've taught you. Whereas for the sword, it's like I have to kill my friend that I've been with for hundreds, thousands of years. You know, it's decades at the very, very least. Construct a stone monument, large and sturdy. Seal the remains of that demon forever. Ah, so he can't revive. Yeah, because Mara struck regard, you know, abundance and stuff like that being regarded as immortal. Debt you owe me. Must fulfill it. You understand? Lie to them. Lie to me. Give your body to me. Couldn't handle things anymore. Finally come to an end. Yeah. Again, with that, I'm like, it couldn't have been decades. It had to be like hundreds of years at minimum. One last chance for revenge. Bid me farewell for the final time. And now the blade is shattered, broken, been broken and worn down over time. Come to some understanding. So the intricate emotions flowing out wasn't bloodlust, anger, fear. Left for you was hope. Learn how to fight monsters. Still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. That's sad. Left me there without ever looking back. I didn't think Yunli's would be this sad. We have Yunli's tragic backstory, and now we have this sword in its tail. Guyun. Continue onward. Yep. Thank you. Killed by his own sword. Taste human emotions. I'm gonna leave you with my last, yeah, a positive last one. My emotions taste. It's also a really cool effect on this screen. Bitter compassion, touch of scalding courage, heart's deepest desire to end war. Once and for all, war is finally over. Can you hear? Can't hear me anymore. Old friend, do everything to bring an end to all conflicts in the world. Ah. And then that's how the idea of the sword being passed down to monarchs, and them all being wise, because yeah, they were being advised by the Heliobus inside, who had all this knowledge and all the positive feelings and emotions passed down from the sword master and then from each monarch, healing on. Sword of Heroes. People that will bring an end to war. Well, yeah, if he shows them despair and all the negatives. No, I did not. I am a weapon. Cause of war conflicts. Because I was going to say, if you could show each wielder, hey, this is all the negative emotion that comes with it, but here's the positive that we can look at, you know, what's going on with that. I'm regular. Countless monarchs symbol of kingship. Wage wars in order to possess me. Yeah. Tired of their wicked intentions. Didn't want to kill for anyone. Turned to the stone monument. The master was buried. Since then, no one able to remove me. And then that's where the council and, yeah, other forms of government came in. Take you away. All this time, my master to come back home. That's real sad. Man. Yeah, the monument. Sword. Sword gifting ceremony. English, I learned to hand over the most skilled sword master. Become a tool for killing. Yeah. Deepest desire into my blade. End war. Not continuing. Predetermined from the start. A deadly sword. Relentlessly hack and kill. Yeah. Going against your own nature. Build my mission. Right to choose my own destiny. Not to be able to break free. Cycle of bloodshed. Thousands of years. Turning memories of mine. Understand the beauty I was talking about now. Don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. You're spent as a tombstone, or my finest. Yeah, speaking at peace. Told you everything about my experience. As Yunli is moved, sword's flawless beauty, as I was. The legends of the sword. Memories were still fascinating. Experiences have changed your mind. I had no idea that the sword had such a past. General Huayan said the sword would change you. You into my hands. Thoughts, spoken words. Living rage and slaughter. Maybe on desire to end war. Change the nature of the cursed sword. Yeah. Sorry. Precision was too extreme. Truly a sword of heroes. I apologize.
これまでの無礼をみんなに謝りたい。本当にごめんなさい。
Just the tilt of the eyebrows. Is Yunli's innocence. From the sword. Turn it to the arsenal. No. Melt down the sword. I Finally can rest. Finally be at peace. Oh, Yunli.
コーン、あなたの本当の願
Your
い
true
を聞いた
desires.
とき、これ以
Tired
上
of
剣
being
で
a
いる
sword.
ことにうんざりしてるんだ
Serving
ろう
new
なって感
masters.
じた。
Battles you no longer be a
誰
part
かの
of.
手に渡って戦いたくない戦いを強いられることが嫌なんだよね。
Yeah, swords to
だが
plowshares.
それが
Sword
剣
is
に
my
生まれ
destiny.
た者の宿命。
Serve
世
some
は誰
master.
かの手の中で戦うし
Battles
かないの
endlessly.
だ。
Wind chooses to stop blowing. Cloud chooses to stop drifting.
雲が漂うのをやめられるか
Predetermined destiny.
できぬだろう。なぜならそれがそう作られたものの運命だからだ。
それは
Not
違
true.
う。名もなき剣士が
Shaped his
自
own
分の運
destiny?
命をどう決めたのかを
You can too.
あなたは見てきたはずだよ。そしてコーン、それは当然あなたにだってできる。
剣以外のものとして生きる運命など考えられぬ。
覚えてない？
Stood
あなたが
alone.
剣士の石碑の前に
Sword masters
孤高
stood
の
among
存
them.
在として立って
Carry the
人々
memories
が
of the
英雄
hero.
を思い出すよ姿としてあなたを眺めてたことを。
Memorial.
それはつまりあの時のあなたはただの剣じゃなくて記念碑だったんだよ。
その後、世は空想にさらされた。
A gentle
そよ
wind
風が献身のくぼみを
follows
吹き
in
抜
my
ける。
body.
高低異なる
Melodic
音
tones
が鳴り、
echoed in distant
それは遥
mountains.
か彼方の山野へと流れていった。
Miss those times.
あの時の世は楽器でもあったのか。楽器として生きた時代が懐かしい。
Yeah, anything but being a blade.
想像されたものは自分のなりたい
Creature become
姿
what
に
it
なる
wants
資
to be.
格がない？
Yes.
そんなはずない。
Grant your wish.
コーン、
Transform
私
me
があ
into
なた
something
の願いを
different.
叶えるよ。あなたを別のものに作り変えてあげる。
別のもの？
だがそれは演
The
武
prize for the
の
war
商品だぞ
dance.
彼らの
No
施
gauge
設
of
が
finds
知った
out.
ら
Say something,
大
General.
変将軍早く何か言ってくれ。
いやはや
Always
うち
been
の孫
stubborn.
娘は昔から
Sure
頑
about
固
this,
でな。うんりよ、本気でそうすると決めたのか？
みんなはどう思う？
You all think that's what you want? I'm on board. You might as well ask Yun's opinion.
幸運閣下の願いを叶えるのが
A
僕の
drill's
戦州
blessing.
に来た目的です。
Turn Master
剣
Gyun
を
into a
好き
plow.
や別のものに変えようが
Those his
変え
wish
まい
stand
が
war.
幸運閣下がもう戦わずに済むというのであれば僕は両手を挙げて賛成します。ああ、イドリラ様に栄光あれ。
では、運理。
Leave it to you.
よろしく頼む。
Finally, you make your way to the Fusionship Commission's Pentad Armory, seeking the use of their forging
こういう
furnace.
形であなたと出会
Honor
え
gained
て
to
と
know
て
you.
も光栄だった。
それは世の
Honor's mine.
感謝するぞ、運理。
Short and sweet.
何をそう
With
悲
a
しん
long
でいる？
face.
まさ
You
か
regret.
後悔しているのか？剣を溶かすときは誰よりも
He
毅然
melted
と
down
して
the
いたと
sword.
いうのに
Sudden
今
change
頃
of
になっ
heart.
てなぜそんな曇った顔をしているのだ？
おじいちゃん、
Melted down the
天然の商
prize.
品を台無しにしちゃった
Explain
け
this to
ど、
Lafu.
ラフには
Well,
ど
he
う
just makes
説明
one,
す
right?
る
He
つ
just
も
goes,
り？
oh, here's one I made.
おやおや。あ
Worried
んな
about her
に小さ
grandpa.
かった運理にそれほど大きな両親が育っていたとはこれはとても感慨深い。
もうもしね、最初からおじいちゃんと落ち着いた話ができてたら
Escalated like this. Yeah.
こんな大ごとにはなってなかったと思う。でも幸運の願いを叶えられたのは良かったから、
I have no
その
regrets.
点では後悔してない。
運理、
Cut
お前
from
と
the same
お
cloth.
前の父親は少なくともそういう面ではよく似ている。これからも頑固
You
が作
melted
っ
at
た
the
武器を
rest
回収し続け
on
る
long
つもりか？
swords.
うん、
Yeah.
そのつもり。
Gyun is unique.
幸運はちょっと特殊だけど、
Others still too
多くの
dangerous.
剣の持ち主にとって、
Yeah,
西
the
洋の
large
魔剣は
majority.
やっぱり危険すぎ
At
る
the
から。
very least.
だけど今度また
Try to
一
be
時
more
の感
patient.
情に流されそうになった
There
ら
you go.
その
待つのは大事なこ
Be
と
more
だから
patient.
よ
Wilson.
く覚えておきなさい。これからも
Many
待つ
more
ことが求められ
situations
る場面はいくらでもある。
require you to be more patient. So, I should
だけ
also
ど
learn
今
to
度
be
ま
more
た
patient.
一時の感情に流されそうになったらその時は待つことにする。わかった。でも
The prize.
商品はどうするの？
お前が封建の儀に姿を見せた瞬間、
Prepared another sword.
わしの心に警鐘が鳴り
A
響い
backup
た。
plan.
だ
You
か
do
ら
with Helio
い
by.
ざという時のために代わりの剣を用意していたのだ。もち
そっか。それならよか
Sorry.
った。
Perfect.
そういえば彼らの施設団
To
とあの騎士は
Almavi.
英雄を祀る場所を探すために金人港に向かったよ
Take
う
a
だ。
look.
我々も見に行くとしよ
Let's go. Yeah, wrapping up. Now that the case has come to an end, the Kalevala envoy intends to erect a memorial somewhere along Arumali, commemorate the hero. Seeing as how the story unfolded before you, maybe you should join him too. On this foreign land I pass into history, bringing no disgrace to my duty. Take me home as kind condolence, will you? Condolence. Kind condolence, will you? Bury some of this soil on the Lafu. Did not mean to click that. There we go. Ugh. I know all my yapping has made it go a little longer than usual.
おや、海燕将軍、わざわざご足労くださったのですか。
Brings you here.
う。見えっかキベッサから
Oh,
英雄伝説を聞いた孫娘
Inspired
が
by the local
えらく
legends.
感激したそう
Hang
で
here, take a look.
自分も連れて行けとねだるものですから
Music going on. What's this golden sapling? Why'd you choose this place?
私は枯原で石碑を守っていた者の末裔でして、
Guard
代
of the stone
々名も
monument.
なき英雄
And
が
that's why
残
you
した
felt so
巨大な石
strongly
碑を
about
見守っ
the
てきまし
sword
た。
being a hero's blade.
数百年の間、
The golden
石
tree
碑の下から
sprouted
金色の木が生
under
え
the
てきて、
monument.
そしてその枝は
Branches never
一度も
withered.
枯れることはなかった。
Proof of the hero's
枯原
existence.
人はその木を神話が史実である証拠だと考
And the
えています。
transplanting it here.
私はその木を
Took a
英雄
branch,
帰郷の証と
planted
して
here.
ここに
Got
移
it.
植しようと思い、出発前に枝を
Hero
一本
returning to
折っ
his
てきたのです。
それはいい考えです
Don't make coffins out of
先州人は
memorials.
棺や位牌を作らず
Rest here
人
where
の
life
生
is
き交う故
bustling.
郷の賑やかな地に埋葬されることを好みますので彼もさぞや満足しているでしょう。
英雄は石碑にある文字を彫るよう先人に指
Carve
示しま
something
した。
into the monument.
今回の訪問に際してその文字の拓本を取ってきています。碑文は風化してしまっています
Scribbling
が、
pretty worn
ま
with
だ文字
age.
の判別は可能
Made
か
out
と。
some of it.
異教をさまよい危機が迫る今
The rink
幸
of
い
death.
にして天命を
Honorably
全うした。
fulfilled my duties.
哀れを催す旅
Your
人
many
あらば
passion
石碑の王道を一つかみラフに葬って
and
ほ
full of
しい。
soil. Bring it back to the Lafu.
パボルさん、そちらの
Hero
国に
ever
こ
left
の
a
英雄
name.
の意味名は残されているのですか？
いえ、残念ながら
Epic battles
その
happened
英雄
long
が戦
ago.
った日々ははるか
Not
昔の
leaving
こ
any
とで、何と呼ばれていたかは一切
Came from
伝
the
わっていません。ですが、我々の神話では天から大地に降り立った彼を
Call
こ
him the
う呼ん
Cloud
でい
Knight.
ました。運騎士と。
運騎士殿、
Cloud Knight.
よくぞ帰られた。
幸運。あなたもここで安らかに眠ってね。
Yeah. An instrument. And he said that was his favorite time, right? Was when he made. When the winds blew through the cracks in his blade and created music. Thank you, team. Sorry if you
僕は剣窃盗の
Unusual
重犯
training
者といった
accomplice.
ところでしょうか。
Guard this God's
海英
sapling.
将軍から
Decide
罰
to
と
destroy
し
this
て
hero.
黄金の苗のそばに
The
立ち、
hero in this
往来の
legendary
人々
sword.
に英雄とその剣の
Which I'm
物語
guessing you're
を語
happy
って
to do.
聞かせろと命じられまし
For a
た。
time.
そん
For
な
a
罰
spell.
でしたら
Not a
喜
punishment
ん
at
で
all.
お引き受けします。
Gladly accepted it.
選手の皆さんに
A message of
準備
beauty
の
to
信
the
念を
Shinjo.
お伝えすることこそが僕の願いですから。
Yeah, of course.
ですがしばらくした
Leave
ら
the Shinjo
選
soon.
手を出て旅を続けるつもりです。
Paths cross
友よ、
again.
また銀河のどこかで会えると良
I'm
いで
sure
す
they
ね。
will, Argenti.
なんだか悲
A
しく
bit
なっちゃっ
emotional. Yeah,
た。もう少しここにいるよ。
I don't blame you.
今までたくさん助言してくれて
Guidance.
ありがとう。
Taking sword lessons with me.
どうお返ししたら
Why
いいかわ
not?
から
In
な
the
いけど
future sometime.
よかったらあなた
Maybe
も
then.
美月なのかと一緒に剣の稽古を受けてみる？
Maybe not. I have my baseball bat. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't think I can endure the hardship.
なんだか悲しい。今までたくさん
食事の使命を全うし
Mission
たら
accomplished.
我々使節団も
An
ラフ
epilogue
戦
to the
士を
hero's
離れます
stories.
もちろんこの旅も英雄譚の後日談に書き加えられることでしょう。この黄金の苗もまた
Part of every
先週の
scene on
日
the
常の一
Shinjo.
部となり
What
英
he
雄
would have
の
wanted.
願いを叶えることになると
Yeah.
信じています。
Mm. An unassuming ancient Roijon. Its body and strings appear to be crafted from a unique kind of metal. Even without a human's touch, occasionally bursts out notes, as if humming an untuned melody for someone unseen. Yeah. Well, that was that was surprisingly, I don't even want to say surprisingly good. I was surprised by that. That had a lot more tragedy and heart than I thought it would. You have Yunli's backstory, which that was, yeah, horrifying how and effective how they portrayed that. They didn't need to do much, but they did a lot with what they did. And then yeah, the sword, of course, Guyun. Definitely got me emotional a few times in there. It was fun to hang out with Yunli though. It's been a long time, and of course we got jump scared by Argenti, which the Devil May Cry reference was so good. I love that so much. The setup, the shot for shot, the introduction of the time, like the missions in DMC5, the chair, amazing. I have to applaud Hoyo for that so much. That was so good. And then yeah, a bittersweet wrapping up of this story. And our characters' journeys continue on, as do ours. Oh yeah, and of course, the March mentions didn't get to hang out with March, but yeah, just like yeah, missing our girl. Need to see what happens in future patches, but it'll be good to have her back. But with that, I will be wrapping up stream. So it looks sort of like I said and came to a realization. I think tomorrow I will be doing, I'm changing stuff around. Tomorrow I'll be doing the new Zenless 1.7 story. I'll see if I can do it all in one stream or not. We might have to split that into two. Friday night will be the Genshin live stream reaction, and then Saturday will either be like the second half of the 1.7 story if it turns out to be really long, or something new. Something I don't do often, and for a game that I know next to nothing about. So I just want to tease a little bit. But if you guys are interested, you want to check it out, feel free to come on by for any of those streams. But yeah, gonna leave it out there. Tell me what you guys thought of Yunli's story quest down below, and have you guys pulled for Yunli at all? I have an okay built Clara, so I wasn't massively motivated to go for Yunli, but I think her animations are great, and her character, of course, is very fun as well. But yeah, and also feel free to like or dislike if you want. You know. Just hey, also tell me about what you thought of this story. I thought this was a quite surprising good time. It was quite good. I liked it a lot. Feel free to tell me that. Sorry, I'm a little tired if you couldn't tell. I need to take a nap like the cats, or actually just go to bed. But enough of me yapping. I need to get on with it. And of course, subscribe if you guys want to see more Hoyo variety content in the future. I love you all, and I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. Love you guys, and I will see you next time.
Bye-bye. See ya.
I know I'll be doing my best to stream consistently. and pushing the channel forward and doing things that I honestly should have been doing for a long time. But yeah, working on stuff in the background, and doing some more obvious stuff that's just like, hey, I want this channel to be successful, and I want this to, you know, I want to do what I love doing. And it's only through you guys that I am enabled to do that. So thank each and every one of you for coming on by, for supporting me in whatever ways you have. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.